please.
Oh god, shut the fuck up. All right, so
Wait, are we live?
we are live.
Aaron, say it. Get it out of your system.
Penis.
All right,
Thank you.
cool. All right, so
That's the other day.
what's that, Smith?
Nothing. Go ahead.
All right, it's been a while. But wait, make that roll again. Oh wait, not that roll. Jesus H Christ. Somebody make a normal ass roll for me, please.
Roll for White Claw.
What the fuck is going on? Why is it not?
Going through on the web client?
Yeah.
I don't know either. That's why I'd rolled that, just to check.
Are
Because
you
it
guys
had gone through.
Are you guys able to see the map and everything?
Yeah?
Preferences.
Nope. I've refreshed the web client and also.
Wait. I think I know why. I think I know why the issue is. I need to go into here. We need to go to the web server. No. Yeah, that's enabled. That's the right. What's the link for
Wait, what's the problem?
when you do a roll, it doesn't come up on the map.
Like in the chat?
Yeah. Not on the web server. Or is it? Oh no, it is.
Does it really matter?
I mean, I want to make sure that we can all see. Aaron's did.
I'm gonna show you on the
See-
D&D, on the Beyond D&D.
Yeah, I mean it
Yeah, it
still shows
does,
on there,
but-
so not a big. I mean it's
Yeah.
just nice whenever it shows it on the actual web client, because that's generally where I look.
That's where I look too.
You know what? We might have to. No, shouldn't have to add people. That's really weird that it's. Okay.
I think viewership is going to go down this session because of the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Object unsubscribed.
I'm honestly waiting for Twitch to just flat out crash because of the Super Bowl. Because supposedly
now
they plan
there's,
on streaming it.
Right now, there's like 67,000 people watching Halo. So
Nice.
So I will say, I did try to update my the encounter log, and it did mess up on that. So that might have something to do with this. So give me just one quick second to log back in on there.
you want to know my genius master plan?
What?
I'm going to when the baby's born, I'm going to take it. I'm going to play video games holding the baby on Twitch.
Oh, sick.
I'll be partner in a month.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have it, all right.
What are you playing with your child? Doom. Gotta teach him young.
That's right.
Actually, I thought we would check out the AO version of San Andreas. Guys,
Here,
there's a lot
son,
of porn
here's the
on
first
Steam.
3 GTA games on the Switch.
Oh God, no! First of all, daughter, hopefully. Second of all, no. Whenever I go to the Steam page right now, the top under new and trending is only FAP Simulator with a wet emoji in the title.
Ew. Everything you just said is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Regardless if this actually works or not, we will deal with that. Yep. Nope. Still not working. Oh well. We will.
And all of my rolls were 20s.
I mean, I could still see them there.
There you
Jackass.
go. Good movie.
Yeah, it was. It was an excellent movie. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get started. It could be any number of things that's causing the issue. Probably just have to update some things. All right, so last session was quite a while ago. It was literally January 2nd that we last played. On that session, you guys went back to Termaline with the local guards and the kobolds, with Trex in tow. And when you went back, you arrived at the Blue Clam to speak with Town Speaker Mastiu, who you explained to him the situation at the gem mine, how the kobolds had arrived there from the local mountain after being ran out by a Yeti. But you also informed him that the captains of the local guard were actually working against the town speaker and trying to oust him from his position by allowing the gem mine to basically fail. When you confronted Baladin about this, eventually through the confrontation, after bringing up the fact that he was associated with Town Master Max Ildenar, a tattoo of a snake appeared on his body and eventually suffocated him, as you watch this tattoo basically wring him dry. Upon this event, the other guards went to investigate the other guard captains. You guys then decided to retire to the local inn known as the East Side, where you met with Marta Peskrick. She informed you guys of the tale that her grandparents told her of, and then she also explained that she is there taking care of the inn, as well as her father, who has fallen ill in the past few weeks. Wu gave her a sum of coin in order to help her hire some extra people there so that she can spend more time taking care of her family. He also told her about the pelts that would be available over at the local tannery that she could have if she wished to. As a gesture of kindness, she offered Wu the ring of warmth that she wore around her neck, that was the gift from her grandparents, for helping him out, and if they would put an end to sort of the misery that is attacking the Dale. After that, you guys rested. You then left. You then started making your way out of Lonelywood for the next day. When you did, along the way, you met up with one of the town guards. I believe you met up with Rurik, who explained to you that the other guard captains who were involved in the whole ploy to oust the town master had met a similar fate. After that, you guys started, he also explained that the town speaker Matthew was aiming to recruit new members to his guard force. As the group made their way out of Lonelywood, you encountered a Chwinga, which befriended Kyra, offering her a small token of friendship in the form of a charm that is a cluster of snowflakes. Upon arriving in Lonelywood, the group asked a person for the whereabouts of the local doctor. When you arrived at the doctor's office, after passing the town speaker's house, as well as a local shop known as the Happy Scrimshander, you arrived at a small building that had the symbol of the healing arts on it, with the name Dr. Skorenstein written across the front. After a moment of confusion, you guys tried breaking into the place, at which point a A blue-skinned furbolg approached the group, questioning why you were trying to break into his office, then explaining that he is, in fact, the real Dr. Skornstein, and that this is his office. And you guys talked to him about the disease that Groff and Marcus had contracted while at the local, while the gem mine, and he informed you guys of a remedy that could be made because you could not afford at the time to just straight up buy his services. So he said that if you go out and you gather the necessary ingredients, he would be able to make a remedy for you guys, which I believe he did. I believe he did cast a minor spell on you guys, which will quell the effects of the disease for the next day. So that this way, when you guys go to sleep that night, you won't wake up the next morning with your max HP drained.
Yay.
I
like not dying. It's very preferable to the alternative.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the ingredients that you guys needed to gather was Phallus Empidicus, Coprolite, and Mons Moss.
Good thing I have proficiencies in nature. Actually just makes it the same as my survival.
So yeah, he explained that the fungus, the Mons Moss, can pretty much be found, or the Phallus Empidicus, which is a fungus, can be found in and around the forest. The Coprolite can be found in rocky areas, as well as the Mons Moss within the forest itself. So yeah, that is what he explained to you guys. And so where we're gonna pick up for the session is actually with Wu, considering Wu had gone instead over to the Lucky Liar, the local inn and tavern, while you guys tried breaking into the Good Doctor's the Good Doctor's stuff. Let me see. I believe I still had. Yes, here we go. So Wu, while the rest of the group was going about this situation over at the tavern, over at the doctor's office, you headed over to this local tavern. It's just really starting to bustle and build up as it is the early hours of the morning. The sun is only just starting to peek out over the water. Give me 1 second.
Someone's in trouble.
Beat that ass.
But not on stream. You can't have witnesses.
My niece and nephew are over, and they're playing on the stairs.
That was quick.
Yeah, well, I just told them. I was like, stop playing on the steps. Like, I kept hearing them, like, right outside my door. So, as you walk in, you can see there's, it's kind of a forlorn air about this place, Wu. The fishers and woodcutters in here that are beginning to gather, you can see that there's a lot more than you would expect when it comes to this hour of the day, where you would imagine at this time most people would be out out in the forest working and stuff. But with the information that you have gathered with the white moose situation, it kind of sits with you that these folks might not really be able to work because of the fear of the white moose. As you walk in, you see that behind the counter, beginning to serve up some drinks and food, is a raven-haired barkeep, who eyes you as you start to make your way in, taking a glance at your armor and clothing.
I yell,
Yeah.
6 of your finest ale and 6 of your finest food. And I find the biggest table possible inside of there.
Okay. She looks over at you and raises a query eyebrow. She says, "I assume you have the coin to pay for that?"
Yeah. I wouldn't have ordered it if I didn't.
Well, seems like a lot of food for one person.
Never said it was all for me.
Well, and she goes back to a door and she shouts back. And you can hear her say, cook up for 6. With that, she goes over, she grabs a large platter on the counter and she loads it up with 6 flagons, and she begins to fill them up with warm cider. And she walks over, sets it down on the table, and as she's standing there, she's placing them out. She raises an eyebrow at you and she says, "Well, I haven't seen your face around here before, and I've pretty good at keeping an eye on who comes and goes. What brings you to our quiet little town to the north?"
Well, got a couple of my friends over at the doc's place. Hopefully they're getting checked out. And then hopefully they can meet me here and we'll take care of a situation that we've heard that's been going on about the white moose.
Oh, you can see a couple like people within this place. A lot of the more rough and tumble folk, they kind of like peek a head up and everything, and you hear some whispers and whatnot. She looks at you as she kind of glances around at everyone, and she says, "Oh, have you come to put an end to that?"
Yeah, it's caused quite a bit of issues for us the last couple of days that we've been traveling. And
Well,
we've come across it once and we were like, we'll let it be for now. But
the fact that
now
you had the opportunity to try and kill it, and the fact that you didn't, raises questions of my own. I mean, if you knew what this thing was doing, why didn't you put it down when you had the opportunity?
we were not fully aware of where it was staying and its
Ah.
hunting patterns.
Yes, well, isn't that just the biggest conundrum in the world? We've been trying to figure out where this thing comes from and how to find it, and it's almost as if it's almost, from what the hunters have said, it's almost as if the moose hunts them, that it finds them out in the forests.
Yes, that's what we have been told, and there's an area that we've been told that it likes to hunt around, so that's the area where we are going to start and check.
Well, I wish you the best. I know the folk here are itching to get back to work, and I know town speaker Huddle. She's willing to pay a good coin now, because the other town speakers are getting weary of her reliability with the lumber that we normally provide to the rest of the 10 towns, and I'm sure if you've already talked to her, she's already informed you of everything.
Y- Have we talked to her?
No.
No. Okay. I couldn't remember if we had or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe we have had the chance to chat with her quite yet.
Well, I suggest maybe speaking with her. She said that she was offering coin to whoever could go out and put an end to it. She said, I believe she said 100 gold for the moose's head.
Okay. I think I can make that work.
And we'll kind of fast forward just a hair. She gives you a quick nod and goes back to what she was doing. While you sit there and nurse the warm cider that she offered you, waiting for the rest of your group, you overhear a couple folks sitting nearby, and you hear the one. He says, "Did you hear what's happening out on the east side of Kelvin's cairn?" The other one says, "I haven't. What's the word?" He says, "Well, apparently they're dealing with some of those gray dwarves. They're coming up out of somewhere and terrorizing the townsfolk down near Dugan's Hole." And he said,
Forget, am I here with him?
You are not right there.
Okay.
Wait, I gotta pull up my other map. There we go. He says, "Yeah, there's sightings, weird goings-ons, all the way from Caer Konig down to Dugan's Hole. But apparently Kelvin or Caer Konig is dealing with some strange occurrences going on there. What exactly, I'm not sure, but somebody said something about footprints in the snow." And he says, but dwarves can't be invisible. That's not a thing." And he sort of shrugs his shoulders. And the one says, "Well, none of my family's down there. What's where I care?" The other one sort of shrugs his shoulders and he says, "That was my thought exactly. It's as long as they don't bring their tragedies out here to the west, who cares?" And I'm going to...
I'm going to take notes of this in my little notebook.
Yep, I'm just going to put up a quick map of 10 towns real fast. This way you guys can kind of get a sense of, you guys have pretty much gone Bremen, Targos, Bryn Shander, and then back to Targos, up to Termaline, then to Lonelywood, with a trip to Kelvin's Cairn. So all of this is what he's kind of describing is more on the eastern side of 10 towns, where you guys have mostly focused on the western side since you have been here.
You said this is Dugan's Hole?
Dugan's Hole is where they said that the gray dwarves were noted a few times, but that there's some strange goings on from Dugan's Hole all the way up to Caer Konig. With it, Caer Konig, there being like footprints being left in the snow as if left by invisible thieves. And we'll say that as they are telling you this, it is then that, or as you're overhearing this and writing this down, it is then that you hear the door open up as the wind whistles in, and you see the rest of your group walking in. but you take note of an absence of one of your comrades, and that is that Kyra is not with the rest of the group. For those of you that were over with the doc, while you guys were talking to the doc and going over the situation, um, with the herbs and stuff, Kyra started talking about having these hearing these strange voices in her head, and that it was starting to she was getting this like massive headache, and she did not feel that she would be well equipped to join you guys going out into the forest trying to search down these ingredients and to try and take down this white moose in this condition. So she has opted to stay with Dr. Scorenstein for the time being to see if that pain in her head eventually subsides. But yeah, so for the rest of you, Gerard, Groff, and Smith, the three of you are walking into the Lucky Liar Tavern, and you see Wu sitting there with a table of food and warm ales across the table.
Every once in a while, you're all right, kid.
You little short shit. You know I'm older than you, right?
Sure thing, kid. Sure thing. Hey, why did they spell liar wrong anyway? It's Lyre.
Tomato, potato.
Fair
You hear,
enough.
you hear the raven-haired woman. She said, "That's an instrument, you shit."
I know what a liar is.
Yes, but the liar that this is referencing is one that would tell you have a wonderful looking beard.
I don't
Gerard just shakes
understand.
Yes, I didn't
Gerard
assume
just
you
shakes
would.
his head and goes, "Don't worry, he's a little stupid."
Hell, aren't most of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
She kind of just like rolls her eyes as she sees the group walking in.
A small human child, a
Yep.
large Goliath.
Yep. And roll me everyone roll me perception check.
Hell yeah.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, I'll say Groff, you as you're walking in, you see as she's saying this, you kind of take note of her. You can see that
Oh yeah, I do.
you can see that she kind of takes a little more notice of Gerard.
Like
I'll,
sexually or
No.
just
I'm
immaturely?
gonna elbow bump Woo and be like, "Hey, watch out! I think we got the pedophile here."
You do realize he's of age.
He's what?
Of age?
Wu then
Boy,
immediately
boy.
turns to me as I'm going to sip my ale. How old are you?
Groff
Yeah.
goes,
How are
"Boy,
you
fuck
again,
me, Yard.
Yard?
Old enough
your-
to drink
your
my
balls drop
worries
yet."
away? Oh, for fuck's sakes.
He's got Marcus for that.
I would give liquor to a 4-year-old if they ask, but did your balls drop? Are you a man yet?
I've been traveling with you guys for 4 days. God, I hope Kyra's okay.
Ooh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I said woo. Woo, how old is he?
Old enough.
Yes?
All right,
Hey,
good enough
Rory,
for
you
I-
gonna
me.
try ignoring their banter as he still
Ma'am.
hasn't noticed her staring
Ma'am.
at him or taking note or whatever, so he's just gonna start drinking and sharing his food with Marcus and Neoguri.
Ma'am, I will gladly pay your fee for my little lad over here. Whatever you charge for a night, he will take it.
Wait, what's going on?
We don't. This is just a tavern, sir.
I
I never agreed to any of this, Groff.
What's the code word? Whatever it takes. Don't worry, little lad.
No,
We'll,
what? No, wait.
we'll make you a
What's-
man after all.
As soon as you say that, she looks at you, and she gives you like a quick wink as she like swiftly adjusts. Like she goes to turn and like scoff, but she quickly like shifts the clothes that she's wearing to reveal a dagger that is attached to her like her leg, and she just says, well, we'll see if we can make a woman out of you.
And Gerard just puts his hands up and he goes, "That's all him. I have no say in this matter."
She just looks back at you and she says, look, kid, I don't care. Your buddy here said that you were planning on going out and dealing with that moose.
Yes, that's the plan. As I'll gesture to the somewhat looking better now Marcus, because he got a spell on him to make him feel a bit better.
Yeah, to not just be dying.
Yeah, and be like, long story short, this is second of his 9 lives. The moose killed him the first time around, and we're trying to figure that out because his entire family was killed by the moose. I'm trying to get more information on that.
And you see that she just kind of like has this confused look on her face, and she's like, okay. Well,
That's the easiest way to explain it. I don't know how else you want me to do. I'm pretty sure that his original owner was some sort of witch, if that helps. Because when I originally found him, his soul was trapped inside of a crystal ball.
and you just see like, kind of this shocked look on her face as you're very like nonchalantly saying this. And
As he's just saying all of this, he just goes, "Listen, this isn't the weirdest thing I've experienced. I mean, my childhood best friend is a magical raccoon dog who's currently an alcoholic." As he then gestures to Neo Curry.
She looks over at him, looks back at you, and just nods. She says, okay. All right. Little much there, but I'll take it. She says, well, enjoy your meal. Your friend already paid. If you have any questions...
How much did I pay?
I need to look up expenses.
Since I never did get an
I
answer.
was gonna say, we're
Yeah.
just looking at that. I'm just gonna say, in the process, I'm assuming Gerard will explain to Wu that we gotta go into the forest to not only kill the white moose, but find the ingredients to stop Groff and Marcus from dying. Stop licking your wound.
I'll help find the ingredients for Marcus, but
It would be a total of 17. It would be a total of 17 silver, so 1 gold and 7 silver for everything.
So
because it's
she gets 3 gold.
You're giving her 3 gold.
Money bags over here.
Yeah.
She looks at you and she says, "Okay, here," and she gives you back 1 gold, and she gives you back like a gold, and then she gives you 3 silver back to give you your change.
Just leaves it on the table, and she's like, "That's for you. You keep it."
She says,
Lad, she doesn't do that. She just told us.
Oh, god damn it.
I never asked anything for return.
She just kind of looks at it, shrugs her shoulders, and just swipes, like swings it across the table and puts it in her pocket, and then gives you a friendly nod as she looks down at the meals, and she says, "Well, you can have one. You'll have a meal ready when you come back."
While she's walking away, Aurora just goes, "And you thought the magical cat was the weirdest thing of this group."
She laughs as she's walking away. She says, "Oh, the weird things that have come through my doors."
Which
Wait
doors
a minute. Do you
speak
do
of?
that or do you not do that?
Oh,
God damn it.
Ruffs,
She just
stop it.
shakes
It's
her
not
head.
a walrus.
Groff is very confused.
All right. So, Wu, do you tell anyone else about what you heard? That's
About
going
the
on.
invisible footsteps.
Yeah, and the gray dwarves.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody.
All right. So while you guys are all.
I was just gonna say, in character, Gerard will be like, well, if they're invisible, at least the heat goggles should be able to still see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll say over a couple minutes. Wu goes over the fact that there were some folk in here talking about the goings on over on the east side of 10 Towns of invisible thieves, as well as spottings of gray dwarves down to the south near Dugan's Hole.
What time of day is it, Lucas, if you don't mind me asking?
It's early. It's currently about 10:30
Okay.
in the morning.
Okay. Gerard will be like, so that will be something to look into, but I think at first we should probably eat and try finding those ingredients to get Groff and Marcus back to fighting condition, because as much as I say we could take on that moose right now, it might be better to have them in better shape to fight. But I mean, if we run into it, we'll kill two birds, one stone.
Oh, we got to kill gray dwarves.
We kill granny dwarves for later.
We kill gray dwarves now. I can heal myself later when they're dead.
Oh, we gotta get you healed first, or else you're gonna die, and the gray dwarfs will dance on your grave, Groff.
That's if he gets a grave.
I was gonna say Wu might dance on your grave first.
I'll just chop his head off. Claim it as a new trophy.
Oh god.
I'm just saying, if we miss the opportunity to kill gray dwarves, it'll all be on your heads.
The opportunity to kill grave dwarves will always be there, I promise. Let's go get you and Marcus patched up first. Quit licking your wound.
I don't like it. I start gnawing at my wound.
All right. Okay, so you guys get something in your bellies, and we'll say that you start to head out. Shortly after, once you've had an opportunity to eat and get drunks.
Get what?
Drunks. You know what drunks are?
Drunks.
I think he wanted to say get drunk, but then
I wanted to say get drinks, and then I just said drunk, and then I tried wheeling myself back. All right.
Drank
drunks. So, the way that this is going to work for you guys to go out into the forest to track down these ingredients, as well as the moose, is a series of survival checks.
Hey, I'm better with that than nature.
Series of
Nope,
unfortunate
it's the same.
events.
That's it.
I love that book.
So the way that this is going to work is you are going to make survival checks. Everyone can make a survival check, but the thing you have to consider is that each survival check takes 1 hour to perform. If you are whoever is making a survival check, you are checking in different areas from one another. If you come across a random encounter, you will be separated from your other team members for an amount of rounds that is going to be determined when that situation happens. You can stay together in a close group and offer the help action, regardless if you have proficiency with survival. I will give you guys that. And that will keep you guys close. So you can do this where you all go out and, cast a wider net trying to find these, and you all make survival checks. Or you guys can, stay together in one group and have one person doing the check, and, someone offering the help action, or you can split up in groups of two. It depends on how you guys want to do this. It's up to you. But like I said, there's a DC threshold to find the herbs and ingredients that you are looking for, and then you're going to have to make a check to harvest them. But there is also the chance that you guys could come across the moose tracks if you wanted to pursue those.
All right, looks like Smith's doing this.
So, yeah, that's what I just need to know from you guys is how you want to go about this.
I'm kind of confused on the pros and cons of sticking together versus separating.
So the pros of separating is that everybody gets to make a survival check. So you have 4 opportunities to try and beat the DC to find the herbs as well as tracking the moose. But the con to that is that, let's just say, for example, Groff, you're out there and you come across a brown bear and you get into, and it aggroes against you. In that situation, Gerard, Smith, and Wu are going to be 1d4 rounds away from you and won't be able to join the combat until that time frame has come up, in which time you are going to have to either run from the bear or try and fight it. The pros of staying in the group, obviously, is that should something befall you, you're all together and you're all there and you can all fight together and manage everything together. The con to that is that you only have one person making a check, and granted, you can have the help action. It's only one check being made, essentially.
So
And
we're
the help
splitting up,
action-
right?
So
I'm helping Smith.
I mean, if Wu and Smith are going together, Erard will look at Groff and be like, if you want to pair up, we can. If not, I have 2 other companions with me. I should be okay.
All right, lad. I
You're
ain't
a
gonna
little
let a
boy.
little child go alone into the forest. I got your back.
A wolf might eat you.
Why does that terrify me more than just venturing into the woods alone? Anyways, let's go.
all right, so
Let me
it
tell
looks
you
like
about my walrus friend.
Let's
looks like
travel together.
Oh, okay. So Smith is offering to just everyone stay together.
I think doing 2 and 2 is a good balance.
2 and 2, but still close enough that we can
Where we
help
can
each
yell
other
for
out.
help.
I mean, yeah, we'll still
Yeah.
have that 1d4 round
Ri-
thing, like, so that's not too bad.
And
I
I
think
will say,
2 of
I will
us can
say,
handle anything in a forest.
there's no guarantee that a combat encounter is going to come up. There is a chance that
Don't you
it
tease
could,
us.
but there's no
You're the
guarantee.
DM and you're a dick.
I
so there will
could
be...
I could force one, but I have a table over here that I'm gonna roll on.
What gives
I
us a
already
better
have a
chance of
general
getting a random
idea.
encounter?
Hold on. What did you say, Smith?
What gives us a better chance of getting a random encounter? Separating?
God damn it.
I mean, what gives you a better? I mean, technically, so here's the thing: separating just separates the party. You're gonna have 4 chances to roll. Going in the way that Groff and Wu have already said about going 2 and 2, that gives you the same odds because one person can have advantage. And so you're getting 4 rolls total, but you have the maximum of having 2 successes versus the other group versus all going separately, which has the chance of 4 successes. There's no one that gives you better chances of a combat encounter.
Damn.
Well, I guess if you all split up, I guess technically then you'd have 4 chances of combat versus 2 if you go in groups of 2 or 1 if you stay in one group. It's up to you guys. Like I said, I wanted you guys to have the opportunity to figure out if you wanted to split up.
My vote's 2 and 2.
I'm fine with
I
that.
see. I'm fine with 2 and 2.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's 2 and 4 because of 2 animal companions.
Yeah, the fact that you have a bunch of animal companions.
Yeah.
But they
My
seem to
survival
die off
shit
pretty quick.
sucks.
Well, Gerard's is actually better.
Gerard has a 2. I think
Gerard has a 3.
All
I was
right,
gonna
then
say,
it's
let
Groff has a
me
2,
do the survival
Groff has a
roll.
2. Yes.
and then
'Cause
Smith has
even if-
4,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like,
Okay.
I'm sitting here at 1.
So me and Gerard, Smith, and Wu. That makes sense.
Yep. Okay. So whoever's doing the tracking, go ahead and roll me survival checks. If the other person is using the help action, whoever's making the survival check, go ahead and roll with advantage.
I was gonna say, Justin, let me do it because even if it's a low
Yeah.
roll with the advantage, I have a backup plan.
And
All right.
now the thing to keep in mind, and kind of the thing that you guys that's working against you in all of this, is time. It's 10:30 when you guys are going out starting this adventure, or I mean starting this task. You might not you once you start getting to the point where it is like 2:00 in the afternoon and twilight is gone, you are going to have disadvantage on these checks.
Even with Devil Sight?
With Devil Sight, it is going to be so Devil Sight just gives you dark vision out to 120
Yeah.
feet. You're still going to have
true.
it would still, well, you know what? Actually no, yeah, yours would be fine. I think for Smith it would be a little more difficult at that point because he doesn't have any kind of dark vision.
I do.
Wu does,
Regardless, I rolled a 22 with Groff's help.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, is that all? Well, we tried.
So
I know. I can make it higher if you want. I just have to expend a slot of a short rest from Neo Guri that can add a 1d6 to my ability check.
And only if you think it'll help.
all right.
well,
So 1 hour goes by and Smith rolled a 5 and a 9. So Smith, you are tracking through here. You're just really not able to find much on the ground in way of the herbs or anything like that. Also, you're not really able to find any tracks. Gerard, on the other hand, as you are starting to make your way out in the forest with Groff there behind you, Groff, do you have on your goggles, like keeping track of anything while you're out there?
I figure I'm going to put them on probably when we get closer to twilight, so not yet.
Okay. So as you start to make your way out, you actually do find a small cluster of fungus that looks like the one that the doctor explained to you, the Phallus empedicus.
Should I eat it, lad?
No, don't eat it. Don't eat it. We got to save it for the doctor to make into something. So whether
Oh,
you
okay.
drink it or whether he's going to apply it as an ointment, don't do anything.
Okay.
Erard will just gather up the cluster and put it into his background. Well, just don't eat it yet.
roll me a nature check then. Okay.
17.
You are able to gather enough to get what you imagine the doctor would need. Okay, so that is the first hour. I have to roll one thing for Gerard.
Nat 20.
Erard gets shot in the head randomly.
See,
There should always be a chance of that.
Mine goes. That's weird.
I don't see your rolls at all, Lucas.
I saw it on mine. I saw it on the on there.
Are you hiding your rolls again?
No.
It's okay. I still don't know what he rolled for anyways, so.
Yeah, no, I'm on public mode. You guys should be able to see my rolls because I could see my roll and I could see it up on the screen. Okay,
I don't see your roll on any tab.
Well, I'm sorry. Then sounds like you got
Don't be sorry, be good.
poop.
You
Nope.
want me to roll again?
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh, there it is.
Oh wow, that took forever. Okay. Okay.
Well,
So.
I had to refresh it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll. Fuck. All right. Whoever is doing the tracking, go ahead and roll for the next hour's worth of searching.
Assuming it's me again.
Yeah. Is it getting darker yet?
Right now it is 12:30.
That's
So
20!
Jesus Christ.
You're nat
Jesus
20!
Christ, you each got a nat 20. Oh my
Yes,
god.
Smith!
Not 20.
Not 20.
All right. Damn. Okay.
We find
You just
everything
was so
and half
prepared
of
to
the
drop
moose.
a brown bear on us.
All right, now I see your rolls, but our rolls aren't going over.
I know your rolls aren't showing up on. I'm gonna have to. I think it's because of my encounter log. I think the encounter log needs an update. Okay, so as you guys search for this next hour, you Smith, you eventually find a rocky outcropping, and you can see that brown moss that is covering it, and it's very reminiscent of the Mons moss that the doctor explained to you. So go ahead and give me Smith and Wu were together. So whoever wants to do the nature check to try and gather it without destroying it.
Leave that up to Will.
I have a -1 in nature.
You both do.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with that.
Okay. And as for Gerard and Groff, whoever is doing the nature check to try and harvest the coprolite that you found, you are trying to break it apart from the other rocky outcropping that is surrounding it.
I have a +3. What do you have?
Was it again nature?
Yes.
Go ahead, Jared.
All I'm hearing is, man, I could have ventured off on my own.
I have a 0, so.
Lucas, before you take that, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna have Neo Guri's what was it here? I gotta find it here. I believe it is Helping Hand. And once per short or long rest, they can use a bonus action to grant you an additional 1d6 on attack roll or ability check.
All right, go ahead and roll that d6.
That's a 17.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So the way that this plays out is the first hour goes by. Smith and Wu, the two of you aren't really finding anything. Groff and Gerard, then that first hour, you guys find those fungus that are growing up around a tree. As you continue on over the next hour, eventually Smith and Wu, you guys come across this rocky outcropping with this moss growing on it. And Wu, as you go up and you're scraping it away, the two of you hear this like almost chiseling sound just around this rocky outcropping not far from you. While Wu is scraping that off, Smith, you look over there. You can actually see Groff and Gerard not too far from where you guys are, picking into some of the rocks, gathering up that coprolite. So you've only been out for about 2 hours, and you found all 3 ingredients that he was asking for.
Oh yeah.
But it's while you're out here and you're spending this time gathering these supplies, and it was with these last checks, what actually led you guys up this way was you both saw a set of tracks that once you guys gathered up these supplies, you see that these are moose tracks that lead further into the woods.
Hell yeah.
All right, we know where the tracks are. Let's make a mental note. Let's go get you patched up at the doctor's first. Come back and follow those tracks deeper in.
No time. Gotta get the moose now.
Now.
Well,
Moose
be all
down.
right. Let's
And
go.
whoever
Get a
says the moose won't be, who says the moose won't be here when we come back?
I
Let's
mean,
do
we
it
can
now. Let's
certainly
take care of
try,
it. There is no
Okay.
try. There is either do or do not.
Listen here, you green little Kermit the Frog looking ass.
Do or do not. There is no try.
All right. Well, okay, Lucas, I have a question.
Yes.
42.
I have Marcus at 6 out of 12. Is that correct? Because I know the spell kind of weighed the effects. I didn't know if he was back.
No. So it did not revive anything. It just means that when he, what it means is when you, or when the 24 hours has gone by, when he rests, he's not going to lose any more hit points. So his hit point maximum is not going to be affected. Same with Groff.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know then.
Yep.
Or I would be like, all right, let's go get the moose. Just don't lose any of the materials.
All right. So let me put Neoguri on the map as well as Mr. Marcus. What's going on?
I don't know what's going on.
No, for some reason it wasn't letting me select Marcus. All right.
Plus, I still see the map of Lonelywood.
What's that?
I said I still see the map of Lonelywood.
Yeah, you should still only see Lonelywood. I wasn't. I legit was not expecting you guys to get to this point so far. Honestly, the fact that you guys both rolled nat 20s just kind of expedited everything. That's perfectly fine because it was Gerard's second roll that got it for you guys. So after you gather these supplies, you put them away and you start to follow these moose tracks. And you guys end up following them for the next 3 hours. It's taking you further and deeper into the forest. At times, it almost feels as if you are walking in circles. But
oh, no, not again.
But eventually, you come across something that is new. Let me pull up this map. There we go.
Why is it a black screen with all the... There we go. Now it's literally just a black screen.
Is it just a black screen?
For me, at least.
All right, give me 1 second. Wait, where's the... How's that? Is that better?
I was gonna say, don't forget to claim your token, Aaron, because you and I
yeah.
have to keep switching tokens since we're in 2 campaigns.
That's true. Make sure you claim your token.
Now I can see everything that Gerard sees with his 120 feet. What the hell am I looking at, Lucas?
Don't move your characters.
Oh, okay, there we go.
What am I looking at?
All right, so as you guys follow these moose tracks, they eventually lead to a large circular indentation in a snowy hillside. Rising from the middle of this circle is a triangular gnomon of beautifully crafted crystal that stands 20 feet tall. A 10-foot high berm hugging the circle's eastern wall has evergreens growing around and atop it, sheltering what looks like a sarcophagus buried under the snow and enclosed by a half circle of pale blue crystal pillars. North of the berm is a delicately carved gazebo made of marble, and south of the berm is a row of outward-facing white marble statues atop granite pillars. That is what you guys are standing in front of as you walk up and you see these 6 elevated white marble statues arranged in a line depicting slender robed figures facing northward. you can see that their features have been worn down away by the wind, but the pointed ears on the statues, even from where you're standing, clearly identify them as elven in nature.
And the tracks are leading further into this?
The tracks are yes, the tracks are leading further in, as if they go into this area over here. Like I said, there's this rocky outcropping that rises about 10 feet up directly in front of all of you. At which top you can see there's what almost looks like a sarcophagus set atop the snow with these crystalline pillars that surround it.
Who discovered that they can move my companions?
Don't move the companions.
But I just
So yeah,
interesting.
you guys follow these tracks, and you eventually come across this site.
I guess we keep following the tracks, guys. This is definitely.
Looks like your art is
Keep on the
taking
tracks, but
initiative
head
there,
on a
so-
swivel.
Oh, stop it!
Yeah, we should keep following the tracks.
This is definitely interesting. I'll say
Right.
that.
I ain't afraid. No statues.
As we're like, I guess following the tracks, Erard will look to Neoguri and ask him and Sylvan, "You're partially Fey. Does this look anything familiar or Fey-like to you, or anything of that nature?"
He looks at you and he says, "I don't know. I mean, it's not something I've ever seen, but who knows? It could be."
How is Marcus reacting?
Marcus is really more just, kind of skittish in this moment anyway. He's
'cause of it.
normally pretty jumpy as it is, but he's just kind of like preparing himself.
All right, I guess we'll venture forward and follow the tracks.
All right, so you guys are heading up closer. All right, so I will
I'm
move.
keeping my head on a swivel, so
Okay. So, as you guys start to make your way further up,
I like how I ended up in the back row this time.
sorry, I'm just moving you guys just so you can see a little bit closer. So as I said, there's these life-size statues of these elves. You can see that of them, they all have kind of been worn down, and just beyond them, you can see that there is a small, narrow entrance that leads into this central circular area, as well as a door that has been embedded into this wall. It's like a stone door with no visible hinges or handles.
The tracks lead into this door?
The tracks lead through here
Yeah,
And
through
into-
the door.
and into that central area.
Okay. Wait. Is this the door, or is the door like supposed to be here?
No. This is the door.
Okay.
This is an opening in this like large gazebo
Okay.
area.
Should we
What's a gazebo?
follow where the
Or,
tracks
sorry.
go? And
Sorry, not
that's why
not,
I was asking.
that's not the
if
gazebo.
the
No,
tracks
this
went-
is sorry. Yeah, when you guys get to this point, just beyond through this opening, I'll better describe this area. So rising from the center of a circular depression is a tall triangular crystal needle. It looks like a sundial. It is thick near the base and narrows up to a sharp point at the top. The snow around this structure has melted away, revealing a circle of symbols carved into the stone around it, depicting the phases of the moon, suggesting that the circular depression is not a sundial, but instead a moon dial. But as you are making your way up here, who would be the first one to peer through this entryway?
Somebody
Probably
that
me.
has more power than me.
Okay. So Smith, as you peer through, you can see that something has punched a rough hole in the wall on the northwest edge of this depression, creating a dark opening that leads under the hill to your left.
And that's where the track leads?
Yeah, you can see that the tracks go up here. I know for you it's a little bit harder to see, but as anyone else would make their way up and around, you guys can see the opening in that wall there.
Just keep following the tracks until we find the beast.
Yeah, do we hear anything?
From where you are standing right now, you do not.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just keep following the tracks then.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
We hear any moose noises?
Can I check to see if the door's even locked or anything as I go by?
Yeah, I will say that as the group is starting to make their way in there, you check out the door, which, as you do, it is completely snug and airtight. It is not budging whatsoever.
All right. Just want to make sure nothing's going to follow us from behind.
All right. So, Smith, as you start making your way up, you can begin to see that entrance into there. And it's as you start getting closer, you start to hear the sound of rustling coming from the inside of that opening.
I cast Fireball.
I'll kind of alert the group and kind of gesture to kind of be quiet for now.
Can I, as he says that, can I sneak forward to do a just check to see what's ahead?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
22.
Okay. Let me see something here. Cool.
My old thieving skills are coming back to me.
Yeah.
Past life, I would say you're a pirate.
A pirate of many bodies.
All right. So as you start to make your way up quietly, you gesture back to the others to wait for you to check in and see what's there. From where you're standing, as you approach, you can see that there appears to be another marble statue just up to the north inside of this rough area. And as you peek around the edge, you can see on the inside of this place, inside of this barrow, it's a large, spacious chamber that's tucked under the hill, strewn with bones, and holds the sleeping forms of several harmless animals. You can see foxes, rabbits, goats, owls, wolf cubs, bear cubs, wolf pups, bear
It's a
cubs.
moral thing.
And you can hear this grunting sound as you see the large white moose standing in the back here, that it appears to be standing down a hallway with its back turned towards you, as it has not heard anything from you. From where you're standing, you can see that there is a staircase that leads down onto this platform. The thing is that this drop is about 10 feet down from where you are.
All right. Does it
Doing
look
it?
like any of these small animals are injured, or is it looking like the moose is trying to protect and nurture?
There are bones strewed across the floor that you can't tell exactly what their nature is, but the moose does not seem hostile towards these animals that are sleeping in here.
Okay.
What do we know about the moose so far? Wasn't it terrorizing the village?
So what you guys have heard about the moose is that it is terrorizing Lonelywood, that it is attacking the hunters and loggers that are trying to work in the forest around this area, and that it almost acts as if it is hunting the loggers and the hunters that enter the forest, that it almost seemingly knows where they are when they arrive, giving it this kind of like supernatural intelligence that it is hunting the people.
Because it is destroying their homes.
I know, we're now in a moral standstill of the white moose being protector of the forest.
Well, I need to get paid, guys. I'm sorry.
He's,
Fair enough.
as Wu just like turns around, he like shrugs his shoulder, pulls out a garrote, and he's like prepping the wire in his hand. He's like, shame.
Yeah, do we see anything? What kind of creatures are these again? These other woodland creatures?
Yeah, from
Like
what
bears,
Wu could
wolves.
see, they are foxes, rabbits, goats, owls, wolf pups, bear cubs. They're all just kind of like harmlessly spread about this place sleeping.
Okay,
Issue
they're ready
is
to
all
attack.
those animals I have to physically type into what I can summon.
I'm going to go back to the group and kind of be like, hey, there's other smaller animals such as yada yada yada.
I just put it in the chat. Several harmless animals.
Harmless for now.
Money to be made.
Erard will look at them and he'll be like, can attempt talking to the moose first, even though I'm very much against this moose, but if it's protecting other animals, I'm not sure 100% here. As he looks at Marcus to see Marcus's response at all. I know it's the one that killed your family and whatnot, but it's like, if it's
I'm sorry. The moose needs to go.
Do I know about the deal for its head and like the 100 gold or whatever it was?
That would have been up to Wu to explain that the town master was offering that, because it was the tavern owner that said that the town speaker was offering 100 gold for the moose head. So unless Wu brought that up to you guys.
I don't think we would
Marcus
have.
isn't saying that we shouldn't kill the moose. He's just saying let him talk to it first. Try and figure out what this all is and what's it about.
I say we jump and take the first strike while we have the chance.
I agree.
We shouldn't harm the other animals, though. They have no role in this, and if they're just trying to survive like we are, we're no better than the moose that's just executing.
Let me warn
random.
you. Let me warn you, boy. No survivors. Otherwise, they'll find you. In 10 years, that little fox will come and slit your throat.
Right. That's right. Don't you fucking forget that.
No survivors.
Groff leans slightly over to me and just says, "Don't speak animal while we do this. No Russian."
So I do want to say this. So while Wu was sneaking up there, and was peering into there, Smith, Groff, and Gerard, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Perception,
I am
okay.
the most
Yeah.
perceptive.
I think I get a bullshit bonus because of animal companion bullshittery. Check.
I think you get that only when you're taking a rest, or you can switch.
Oh yeah, I can switch with his wisdom modifier, but mine's better by like 2, so it doesn't matter one way or the other.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that this is something that Smith notices, and I'm gonna say that this is maybe because Smith, as a as a zealot barbarian, your powers, your barbaric powers come from the divine. They come from the heavens. While you're standing out here watching him, you're the only one in the group that doesn't have dark vision. And at one point, suddenly everything kind of brightens up a little bit around you guys, as the moon becomes visible in the sky. And you take note that whenever the moon is in the sky, over top, and things around you get a little bit brighter. I'm going to increase that just a hair for you. Wait, did that actually go through? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Something that you notice is that this crystal sundial beam is projecting a triangle of moonlight down onto this platform. Right now, you guys had just recently, or you guys are just coming up on the new moon, so the moon is starting to fade in the sky, but you can see that this crystal triangle creates a beam of light down to this, down to these indentations in the ground. The light touching the symbol of the moon's current phase. And as you're looking at this from where, while Wu is investigating that opening, you can see that there are inscriptions written on some of the symbols on this giant circle.
Do
And
any
take a
of us?
closer look.
So yeah, we'll say, yeah, you take a look while Wu is investigating. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. If Gerard or Groff would want to as well, seeing Smith taking a look at these inscriptions while Wu is doing this investigating, because I kind of imagined, I know you guys were up there, but I kind of imagined you back here waiting for him. Okay, yeah. So between the three of you guys are kind of looking at these. You can see that these inscriptions are written in Elvish, meaning that I believe Groff is the only one that can read them for who is looking at them. And so, Groff, you can read these. There are, you see tiny inscriptions written in Elvish script around the half-moon symbols on the east and western side. And you can see that there is there's an inscription also around the full moon symbol. Which one do you want to look at?
I'll start at the west half moon.
Okay. So when you look at the west half moon, in Elvish it says, "Unlock the tombs of the half moon."
Okay. Unlock the tombs of the half moon. I'll go up to the full moon.
Okay. I'm going to copy this and put this in chat just so you have this half moon inscription. And when you look at this one, and we'll say that it's at this point, as you are starting to look at this, this is where, as you're reading this, Wu is starting to make his way back to the group. You can see that it says, "Gaze upon your own face and have 7 questions answered."
All right. Go over to the east one.
Same thing as the western one. Unlock the tombs of the half moon.
Makes sense. All right, I'll go back to the party and relay that information.
Okay. So you guys are now privy to what the inscriptions say, and then we will say this is whenever Wu comes back to explain what he sees.
Yeah. Found the moves.
So what is your plan of action?
Found the moose and several small animals.
Killing them?
Or do you want to explore the area first? On the outside here.
No, we should kill
Yeah.
them.
My sword doing
Okay.
anything?
I will say that with every struggle of your eyes to adjust to the light, as the light from the moon begins to pass behind a cloud,
Sorry, I was having slight technical difficulties. My headset wasn't picking up anything I was saying, so I had to play with it for a moment.
it's all good. You get this. You get this kind of like when you hear that the white moose is in there. When Wu starts telling you this, you just get this want and desire for your blade to be bathed in blood.
So I need to hear. Rage and attack?
Should Ward will be like, shouldn't we lure it out here so we're not all trying to cram into a small space that it knows better than us? The tactical advantage.
But what makes you think it's going to take the bait to come out?
I see no reason for
I'm
that.
just saying because if we all try cramming in there, it could easily just run all of us over.
What's it like in there, Woo? We have room to spread out and fight?
No. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of room inside of there, especially with the several small, harmless animals.
I can try luring it out.
Yeah, and then Smith and I can be on either sides, and Groff can be further back, hiding behind something.
Can I
I'll
prepare?
work.
I can't prepare a rage, can I?
I mean, you can rage and then, like, well, wait, is rage? You can't prepare a bonus action,
Exactly.
but you
Rage.
could rage, and then, like,
Prepare the action to attack.
yeah, like you could prepare your attack action, and then you could rage prior to that. So you'd have to actively rage beforehand.
Is that the plan? I'll try luring it out.
I want to sneak in there. Well, what does it look like again?
Crowded, small, confined spaces.
You guys just let me know what you want to do. I mean, Smith, you can also roll. You can also roll a stealth check, and if you want to go up and see for yourself.
I'll be right back.
That's well, I think that roll is going to determine how things play out.
Oh, the moose knows we're here, guys.
Yep.
We'll wait till Justin gets back to address what just happened.
Cool. I'll be right back.
I want to rage before the shit goes down.
I'll give you the chance.
You're gonna rage and sneak.
No. It's
That's why he rolled the 3.
I have an idea in mind.
Pretty sure you can't rage and sneak at the same time.
I'm gonna pause the stream real fast.
I think
there we go. I should probably unpause. Yeah. So as you creep forward, you fall into there. Where is the picture of the moose? Here it is. You see this large white moose staring at you from afar. It has, you can see that it has patches of blood dried onto its fur. As it is staring you down. You see all the animals in here beginning to go wild as they are in terror of seeing you bustle down into this place. And I will let you rage in as a reaction if you want. This is going to be a reaction, so you would not have the ability to use other reactions until your turn in combat. Are you okay with that?
Not necessarily. So I wouldn't be able to attack?
So no, you would be able to attack once it comes to your turn. It's just if you want the fact that you are raging going into this, like you said, I'm just gonna have you use it as a reaction instead of a bonus action, because basically you're raging from the fact that you fell and like messed up, trying just to glance into this place. So if something were to proc a reactionary ability for you, like your Sentinel attack or your Stone's Endurance for this first round up until your first turn in combat, you would not be able to use that.
All right, sure, we'll do it.
Okay, so you are currently raging, and we're just going to go ahead and roll initiative there.
Can I ready an attack beforehand or no?
No, you're not going to have the ability to ready an attack because basically the way that this is playing out is you have gone up, slipped, and fallen into this place. The moose has turned around. You're standing up with your sword ready to defend yourself because you basically, messed up on the ability to get the drop on this guy. And that was just the fact of rolling, a 3 on your stealth.
I don't think you should have made me fall down the ledge, though, necessarily. I didn't see
that-
the ledge?
I mean, you only barely saw the ledge, considering you don't have dark vision and everything. But it was less of that. It was more that you slipped. That was what I was going for. I mean, I also wasn't giving you the falling damage, because technically 10 feet is 1d6 falling damage. But that was just, I would say, the only reason why I was doing that is because it's just because you rolled so low on your stealth check.
Okay.
All right. And Marcus gets his turn right after you, right?
Yeah, because I think we just made it to where all my animal companions are just on the same turn as me.
Yeah, that's right.
Makes it easier on us.
Yep.
Makes it easier on y'all.
All right. So, you guys watch as Smith makes his way over to that opening, and then slips and falls into there as he's trying to be quiet and loses his footing on some of the rocks. You hear him shout as you hear the animals in there, all these small woodland creatures begin to flurry about and scatter about. A lot of them, Smith, you can see in this room. I know there isn't a ton of light in here. Yeah.
Do they seem hostile at the moment?
No, you can see that they are all trying to. Smith can see that they're all trying to gather up into these corners, getting as far away from you as possible. And they seem to be wanting to go out the hole that you are right in front of. And in fact, there is a few of the owls that are able to fly up out of there. So, Wu, Groff, Yorard, you guys can see these owls flittering out of there. And it's at that the moose turns around and begins to charge at Smith from this darkened alcove in the back. All right. So that is going to be a 25 to hit, which definitely hits. Shut up.
Shield.
Yeah, okay. We'll keep that in mind. So that is going to be 7 and 10, so 17. So half of that is going to be 8. So you're going to take 8 points of damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Do I get a +2 to that because of rage?
Yes,
Strength
yes, you
check
do.
and saving throw.
No, you gain advantage on strength saving
Oh,
throws.
okay.
Yeah, you gain a +2 to melee damage. Okay. Yeah, the moose comes up to you and it charges into you and it's trying to knock you over. But you're able to stand your ground. It basically like mashed you up against the wall with its antlers as it takes a like a swinging back trying to hit you now with its hooves, which miss. You're able to deftly dodge out of the way of that. Woo, you can hear the clattering and clamor going on down in this opening.
All right. So how much movement would it take me to get here?
To there is going to take you, since you don't have a climbing speed, that's going to be 15 feet. You're going to, so you could, it's going to be 15 feet to get there. You would then have to climb down the 10 feet, which is going to require you to either slow your descent and go slowly, using up all of your movement, basically just ending up right behind Smith, or you can just jump and you're going to take 1d6 worth of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
What if I go large and jump down?
You're still descending 10 feet. Actually, if you go large, you would not be able to fit into that opening.
Fuck. How's the moose do it?
Moose, I mean, okay, well, you know what? No, I'll take that back. No, good call. Good call. Yeah, you could do that, but you would still take some damage. Just get it like jumping down 10 feet.
Yeah. Fuck it. If I jump, would I be able to land about here? Be able to go to about here?
So, jumping is a thing, and you are referring to a long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet equal or up to your strength score. So your strength score is a 14.
2? Oh,
that's your strength modifier. So this is if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a so either way, each foot you clear on a jump costs a foot of movement. So, yep.
I'm okay with that. And I want to say, like, as I jump, I go large, or like 5 feet before I jump, I go large and land on the other side of Smith.
All right. So you will get to there, and as you do, you land, increasing your size as soon as you enter this room. You are going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you kind of just like hit the ground. Your like legs are buckling because basically as you were going down, you were enlarging, so you just kind of like smacked into the ground a little bit.
Do I not get my attack?
Sorry. No, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Main hand. Soft 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Ooh.
It's just a moose.
So that is what, 11?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And that is my turn.
All right. Gerard.
Fuck. Gerard will move closer to where the hole is just to look behind it.
Yeah, when you get down there, you can see Smith and Wu standing off against this massive white moose.
I gotta check something here real fast.
Mm-hmm.
2 O's.
I needed to see if it was Meese when there's more.
No, it is not.
I just gotta check something here real fast.
Should have done that when it wasn't your turn.
I was, but it still didn't answer the question that I was looking for because this all was
Lucas.
very much. Okay, no, it still counts as an action, so if I did that, I wouldn't be able. Damn it.
Oh, he found his way back.
Darn back.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do that for the sake of argument, just to. I'm going to use Speak with Animals, which I can do at will.
Okay.
Because I can't really do much anyways, except maybe fire an Eldritch Blast and hope that I don't hit one of them, but this is still a very not good situation altogether. So yeah, I'm going to use Speak with Animals, and... Do I hear anything from the moose before I start speaking to it as soon as I cast the spell, or no?
Flipping you off. It's weird.
No, you actually don't, like, you just hear more of the grunts and everything.
Okay. I'll yell down to it and just be like, I understand you're trying to protect the animals, but you killed too many people, and this is what happens when you start killing.
Hmm.
You killed the family of somebody that I'm traveling with. Guess I'll say, I understand you were probably awakened as well, much like the elk. I think I have the person's name in my notes. Yeah, wasn't it like Ravison or something?
Ravison.
Ravisin?
Yep.
Ravison?
So as you're shouting down into there, this thing is like trying to combat at Smith, and Wu is down there and jumping at him and slicing into the moose, who lets out this cry. That's whenever you cast this, you then yell down that he's killed too many people to let them live, and you just hear this shriek as he yells out and says, in this it's actually not in it's in a language that a lot of you can hear, that all of you can actually hear, and interestingly enough, Gerard, it's not something that you understand, but it shouts something in a language that kind of echoes in this circular area that you're in.
Do any of us understand the language?
No, because none of you know Druidic.
Sure we do.
Nope.
Just like common, it's fine.
Yeah.
I can read any language.
You can. I'm sure you can read any language. If he was maybe spelling it out, sure. So do you want that to be, or yeah, I guess your ability to cast that is your action.
Yeah.
Do
And
you want to do anything as a bonus action?
only thing I can do as a bonus action is, I guess I'll summon my Shadow Blade, I'll summon a Fire Blade of the Elemental Blade.
Okay. So you forge a flaming elemental blade. All right.
And
Marcus.
will just be there because I don't think his tail can reach from there, and I definitely don't want him jumping down there yet.
Yeah, his tail would not be able to reach if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 15 feet, so
Yep.
he would literally have to be right on the edge, wouldn't he?
He would have to.
Right
Yeah, he'd have to be right there in order for it to hit.
Okay. I'll have them do that to try and restrain the moose to stop the moose from turning Smith and Wu into shish kebabs.
All right, go ahead and roll the attack.
Plus
Yeah, because I was actually gonna say if you were going to tell Marcus to wait here before he would attack, he was already going to, because of his impulsive nature and the fact that this moose is something personal to him. He was gonna go after it regardless if you said to or not.
I'm just gonna tell him due to everything. It doesn't matter. It was a meat.
Yeah, we're gonna say that it's kind of like the blind rage in Marcus's eyes. Just causes his tail to like sort of just hit off against the statue right here. All right, Groff.
Oh, I get a turn.
Yes, it is your turn.
Victors couldn't kill this moose that quick. Come on now.
I wish.
Do you have the goggles on, by the way?
Oh, as it got closer to twilight, I would have put them on. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, then you have the goggles on.
Yeah.
He did say that.
Yes,
earlier.
I remember him saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Check that box there. Okay. You can go there, buddy. All right.
I was gonna say he's
pushed-
technically tiny, so you can share a space with him.
Nope. I don't share space. Anyway, I'm going to move 15 feet to here.
Okay.
Not jump down the ledge because I don't have to. And let's... how's that moose looking?
I mean, he's still looking healthy. He's got a couple
Okay.
slashes into him.
Oh, he's going to have a couple more here in a second. Let us start with my longbow. 21 to hit.
That hits.
21.
21.
That's 8. And then my extra attack. I know that hits.
Yep.
For another 4.
Okay.
And then my other class thing, 12 hit.
12 does not hit. Oh, wait, no, 12 does hit. Sorry, 12 does hit.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was looking at the wrong number. 12 does hit.
And then... Oh, it's been too long. I forget if I add D8 to this or what.
Since this is the attack action, your additional weapon attack, which is the first, yeah. So yeah, you get an
The
additional
dread
D8.
ambusher.
Right.
Oh yeah, it is a D8. You're right. Okay.
Yep.
D8.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 14, 18.
We're at a
26
total
total.
26. Are you marking it
Yeah.
as a favored foe?
I was not, no.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check. You have single-handedly bloodied it.
Hell yeah. That's how it's done, boys. Come on, let's go.
You didn't kill it.
It's bloodied, you asshole. Let's go.
Yeah, Gruff
But
like
you didn't kill it.
Gruff like slides in, like 3 arrows knocked, lands each one, just like this thing lets out this mighty roar. Gruff's like, that's how it's done, and Woo's just like, he's not dead yet.
All right, I'm gonna mark Wu as my favorite foe.
Okay.
No.
I'm shoving poop into his infection.
Oh no.
And all the animal feces that I can find in here.
I
The
want
joke's
to
on you. That's my kink.
I want. Oh God! I want to say though, as you say, "Let's go!" Trailing off of that O, you hear off to the east, a little ways away. This, ooh! I don't know if that went over the mic.
Like half of it.
Okay, it sounds like a wolf. It sounds like a wolf howl.
I'm like, uh-oh.
All right,
Maybe let's not go as hard.
Smith.
All right, reckless attack.
Okay.
Why is your camera being weird, Lucas?
What do you mean?
It was all like fuzzy and staticky.
Probably just lost focus.
Is that better?
Mine
Yeah.
does it all the time. Man.
No, like it was like lines.
Oh, that I don't know. I have I had the background blur on. That's all I had.
I will
No.
be
that-
right back. I'm just gonna grab some water.
Yep. That definitely hit Smith. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Woo, woo, woo.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi.
Smith is taking your kill again.
Oh,
3 Mississippi.
Smith,
Thinking about
make
using one of my charges.
one of your. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say make sure that you reset your charges on your weapon. I don't know if it'll do it automatically on a long rest.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So it should be fully charged.
Yeah, because you regain 2 charges at dawn.
Okay. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and use one of those.
All right. So are you choosing for the extra are you choosing for the extra damage to be cold or necrotic?
We'll go with necrotic.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an additional weapon die.
Both 4.
Oh no, that's right. That's right. It's just your proficiency bonus. Sorry.
What is that? 3 damage?
So
3
it's
necrotic damage?
Yep, so that would be 3 necrotic.
Okay.
It's still standing.
Divine Fury.
Okay.
So that's 4 damage. Actually, I did 13 damage, by the way. It's +2, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right. So I'll just make that 6 there. So that
Okay,
was,
extra
that was your
attack.
first attack. Yep. Go ahead.
I get advantage on this one too, right?
Yes.
For reckless attack, is that the case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool. Yep. All right, yep.
21.
21.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
You don't need to.
Oh, okay. It's dead?
Yeah. With that,
Wait.
you crush your blade down into this thing. It lets out this cry, into the air, and then everything goes silent. You see the animals in here that have like sequestered themselves back in this corner. They're all just kind of like huddled into a frightened mass.
Uh-huh.
What do you guys do?
I'm going to do what I do.
What are you doing?
Taking
the
the
head.
head and taking the fur.
Okay. Let me see here. Is there one? No, because it uses this stat block. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and to try and get the pelt, the hide. Go ahead and make me a nature check.
11.
11. Yeah, you are able to get this white moose pelt. So it is in good condition. You could use it in its current state. We are good. Just so you know, we are going to go with this stat block or this particular one, just because it's actually like what ordinary moose within the game are based on. So. So, and then, yeah, you are able to carve the head of this. While you are doing that, Smith, Yorard, and Groff, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna finish off the moose. What I miss?
Moose is dead.
Moose is
Smith
dead.
has
Okay.
Smith has cleaved it in half.
Nice.
I'm
Erard
gonna.
will jump down. Okay, go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say real quick. I'm gonna call out. Oi! Hurry up down there! I heard wolves in the forest.
Erard's gonna jump down and go near the animals and whatnot. And since speak with animals lasts about 10 minutes, he'll look at them and be like, "Listen, I get he was probably your guys' protector, but you all need to get out of here and go deeper into the forest if you want to survive another winter from the hunters." He says that in like an almost defeated voice, as he knew the moose had to die, but he truly felt like there could have been another way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Roll me an
Yeah,
animal
definitely
handling
not.
check.
Yeah, I'm proficient in that.
You are. And if I'm not mistaken, you also have your intuition die?
But yeah, you're right. Let me roll. Let me roll that too on top of the nat 20 I got.
Jesus
for a
fucking
26.
Christ.
That's a 29.
Fucking hate you. They all
So
look at
wait,
you.
so wait, can I just quickly word it to say if anyone wants to join?
I just heard nothing. Sorry.
They all look at you, and you see that they're comprehending what you're saying, and they fuck. You have speak with animals.
Yeah, my speak with animals is still going. It goes for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it
it's
look.
at will.
I'm going to say that one of the foxes, looks at you, and it says,
Fuck you, I'm going home.
and it looks around, and it's in the broken way that it would talk, it gets across to you that this is the safest place that they feel they have.
Very well. Then I'm not going to force you guys to leave your home.
And they just all kind of are still huddled back in that corner.
Gerard will turn back to the group and say, "So we got the moose. The small animals say that they rather stay here where it's safer, and I suggest that we leave them to it so they can continue to thrive and survive for the sake of the forest and the wildlife.
But that could be more money.
It could also be the rain down of an angry god that I would prefer to avoid."
I don't believe in God.
So what are you guys doing in this moment?
How much meat can I gather?
Oh, this was what was a CR? I believe it was.
Is it a CR2?
No, it was higher.
CR half? Oh, higher than a 2?
It was a CR3. But it's
Oh.
not. It's not that. It's the size that actually matters. All right, you rolled an 11.
Yeah, that was
Fire-
for the pelt and all
yeah,
that fun.
that
jazz.
was the loot claim check.
Yeah.
So it is going to be 9 days worth of rations of meat. Because remember, this is as long as you are able to get all of the, since this thing was less than a CR5, you rolled an 11, which meant that you got all the items, which meant that you got the hide as well as all the meat, which was 2d6, and I rolled a 9.
Sweet.
So that is 9 days worth of rations for one person, mind you.
All right, how do I get back up to Groff?
Well, that was actually going to be my thing, because it's going to take a little while for Wu to harvest this. So what are you guys doing while Wu is field dressing this giant moose?
9.
9 days.
I mean,
9 days worth of rations.
I figured while that was going on, that was when Erard was talking to the animals.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot.
You were doing that. So Smith and Groff, what are you guys doing while you wait for Wu?
Is there anywhere I could like set up a rope?
Yeah, you could tie it off against the the gnomon of the moon dial there.
Okay, I'd like to do that, and like it'll, yeah, I've got like 50 feet of rope, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's like 20. That would be plenty enough to get that down there.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, so I'll do that. I'll tie some rope down there, or on the thing you said. I already forgot what it.
Gnomon.
Gnomon?
Gnomon. That's actually what like the thing to a sundial is called.
Like the point of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only just found that out whenever I read through this stuff.
All right. I'm going to tie one end of the rope to the gnomon, let it fall over down the 10 feet here, and join them down in the ditch here.
Okay.
And I want to tell them, like, I want to look around. I want to see if there's any tombs down here. The runes on the ground, we're talking about tombs. Where there's tombs, there's treasure.
All right. Well. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, after hearing that, assuming speak with the animals was still going on since it's 10 minutes, Erard will look back to the animals and be like, "Do you guys know of any tombs hidden throughout this building?"
The fox that elaborated to you.
What does the fox say?
Ding 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 da ding da ding ding ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
It slowly moves over and like looks up into this hallway, and then goes over here and looks up into this hallway.
All right. Who's ready for an adventure, lads?
Always.
Might as well. As long as we leave the animals, I don't care what we do.
All right. So Groff,
Thank you, Foxy.
Are you heading up into there?
I absolutely am.
All right. So as you go up this small flight of steps, as you go up this small flight of steps, you can see that there is a stone door that is engraved with a white semicircle, the symbol of the half moon.
I knock on the door.
Nothing happens.
I knock again.
Nothing happens.
Oi, nobody's home. What the hell?
It said open the tombs. If it's tombs, it means they're dead.
If I push against it, is there any resistance?
I mean, it's just not opening.
Huh. Does there appear to be any sort of like, other than the moon symbol, like, is there any sort of like keyhole or other indentation?
No.
Huh. What is the current phase of the moon?
The current phase of the moon is waning crescent. The half moon was 5 days ago. And the next half moon is a 10-day from now.
Might have to put this on ice, lads. Go back with the
Check
rest
the
of
other
my
hallway
group.
the Fox looked up. Oh, that's what you're doing.
Well, yeah, we'll say that Urard and Groff go up there. You see the same thing. It is a likewise similar door engraved with the white the white semicircle symbol of the half moon.
Wonder if
You're
there's
right.
a door for every
You're right.
symbol of the moon. Yes.
Stand in front of that door for me, would you?
No.
Just hear me
Lucas, I
out.
sent you a message.
I
Just
swear
stand
to
in front
God,
of
if
the
I
door
get
for a
hurt.
second. Now, sometimes a door requires a blood sacrifice, and I put my hands on Yard's shoulders. Can I borrow one of your pets?
What's the spell cast for Hellish Rebuke?
All right, I'll take that as a no. We'll come back in the 10-day.
There might be a
Urard,
door here that has the moon symbol for a waning crescent by chance. Who knows?
Urard, roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, I don't think I'm good at those. I'm not. I got an 11.
Let me think.
The DC was 10.
Gonna say, if not, I can roll a history. I'm slightly better at that.
Well, you know what? I'll also let Groff roll this.
The Arcana?
Yeah.
Combined rolls to make it a 18. We had somebody that was good at Arcana checks
Kaylee.
once.
I don't know if it's Kaylee or not, but
Hi, Kaylee.
She can't hear you.
I don't care.
do we need to scream? Will she hear us then?
Maybe.
Straight into Lucas's eardrums.
So with the inscriptions that you guys read, Groff, you think about this where the light from the moon that would come down and illuminate through the gnomon, with the inscription that says on the half moon, unlock the tombs of the half moon. Obviously you've come to that dissertion or that understanding that you need to wait for the moon. Between the two of you sitting there thinking, and mostly this is coming from Urard, with his more arcane background, you are aware that there is a spell that simulates moonlight. Not only that, but there are spells that can open locked doors.
Not a spell that I have.
Or me. At least I don't think I do.
No.
Do we know anyone that has that?
Well,
We did.
actually,
Yeah.
no, I don't think Kyra did.
No, but she had the higher Arcana.
She did have a higher Arcana. Yeah, so you guys know that there are spells that can simulate moonlight and can also just unlock doors. But it does not appear that you can recall, who would be able to cast such spells or to know anybody that would have those.
Well, that's all we can see here. We might as well head back and get you and Marcus patched up. Bard still sounds very defeated about this whole situation.
Groff, as you go down that hallway, you can see that this underground passage narrows before ending at a wall, which appears to be mounted an oval mirror 7 feet tall and about half as wide, encircled with a decorative stone frame. The mirror's stone frame glows with a... you can see that as the moonlight outside reveals itself from behind the clouds, you can see that the stone frame begins to glow with a soft silvery light.
We found what it reflects off of.
I look at the mirror and I kind of like nod, thinking about that full moon rune that I read.
Mm-hmm.
And I say to myself, I'm gonna come back later to this when I have some real questions that need answered.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone else, what are you guys doing?
That's everything.
What's this last one down here?
That is where all the animals have kind of sequestered themselves. There is a door down there. You can see that from the inside, it does have a handle that appears as if you could open that. But there is just a mass of animals like pushing themselves up against the walls, trying to get away from all of you.
All right,
I
so
think that's the same door from outside.
I'd have to be pretty big dick to try and push all these animals away.
Past the animals, yeah.
Let's do it. No, I'm good.
I kicked the little puppy aside to open up the door and see that it just leads outside.
I find the most innocent looking one. I just rip into it.
God.
No, I'm good. I'm good to head out.
All right. The rest of you?
You're fighting
Yeah,
some
I'm
wolves?
good. Maybe. Don't know yet.
Well, that was going to be my question. So are you guys searching anywhere else around this place before you leave, or is what you guys were you guys just heading out of there?
I'd be down to search around.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Well, on the outside of this place, so I will move you guys around. So as you begin to search around, you make your way up to the northern side, where you haven't seen before. This is actually where I know I mentioned it before, but you can see just off to the side of this this larger outcropping is this marble gazebo. In the center of the gazebo, you can see that there is an unlit stone brazier. As
Pretty
Go
lit
light
to
it and
me.
see what happens.
yeah, I know on the picture it is lit,
Yeah.
but it's not.
We light it and see what happens.
But as you get close, you can see that it's full of snow and pine needles that the winds have swept away from the gazebo's polished floor.
If you want to start a fire, lad, we're gonna need some wood.
I've got wood,
Everybody's-
but I'd rather keep it to myself.
Boy,
Is there wood in the brazier at all, or no?
No,
just completely
it's full of
empty.
snow and pine needles.
Okay.
you want to start scooping the snow out? I'll go get some wood off of some twigs out of that tree, and then we'll have ourselves a rest before we head out.
I was gonna say we can head up those steps and check out that clearly not a coffin.
I would also like to check out that clearly not a coffin.
Coffin,
That
yeah.
seems quite interesting.
All right. So
Want
you
to
get
check that out first?
you guys make your way up there. As you do, you as you reach the top of this eastern berm, you can see that there is a granite sarcophagus resting in a half circle of 5 crystal pillars. As you get closer to it, you can see that the top of the sarcophagus is covered in snow.
2 silver if you open it, boy.
Fuck it, nothing is sacred in the Dale anymore. I go to open it.
It is it is near impossible to move. You can't budge it a bit.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's
If I
opening.
help him, will it give all?
As you put your back into it, it doesn't budge. But as you are trying to, you clear off some of the snow that's on here, and you can see that there is an engraving on the top of the sarcophagus depicting a brazier.
Oh, I just
Go
Legend
clear
of
that
Zelda
brazier.
this. Yeah. No, you clear the brazier. I get the twigs. That's the
Okay,
rule.
you get the twigs. I'll start
Wait.
scooping out the snow with-
We're up here next to trees. I shout down to the other 2. Oi, you 2! Dig out the snow in the brazier. We got a quest.
I'll help Groff gather some twigs, hoping that Aaron and Smith, or Wu and Smith clear out the
Wu and Smith, what are you guys doing whenever Groff yells down to clear out the brazier or the snow in the brazier?
If I get half the money.
Like there's any money to be had
Money.
so far.
What, the 2 silver I was giving Yard? Do you want a silver piece? You can have it.
I'll start clearing out.
Gerard and Groff, do me a favor, roll me some perception checks.
3.
Gerard, as you are going about gathering up some of the twigs from this tree that's here, you are looking around and you actually notice something engraved onto the top of each of the pillars. So going from the north to the south, you see the depictions of a twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a severed hand.
Monkey paw.
I'll kind of yell over to Groff. So either this is a ritual that we need to perform, or something. But I am currently staring at, what was the order? A twig, a pine cone, fire, feather, and a severed hand.
Well, let's light the brazier first and see what happens.
I'm thinking we might need to put a twig in a pine cone, then light that on fire, throw in a feather, and I volunteer Woo.
I second that.
Glad we're on the same page for once. So if I find a pine cone, I'll grab a pine cone.
Yeah, you're able to within the immediate surrounding area find a pine cone, as well as you have already procured a few twigs.
Anybody have a feather?
For the sake of argument, since our companion that is made of feathers isn't around, can we say we have a feather?
I will say that if I'm not mistaken, or no, that was Kakarot. You know what? I will say that for the sake of argument, because part of this was I was like, oh yeah, Kyra would be there. I will say that within your bag of stuff, you do have a gray feather from Kyra.
I was gonna say, worst case scenario, I can use my spell slot, summon an owl, and pluck a feather.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
But to prefer not to do that. I have a feather, so the issue we're coming across now is the humanoid
Severed humanoid hand.
I don't even think we
Well-
have anything that resembles a hand unless Wu has a hand sitting in his bag of random animal parts and monster parts.
I don't know what all Wu has anymore.
Well,
Well, let's go do a ritual.
let's burn or let's start a fire first, and then see what happens. Maybe a hand will present itself to us.
All right.
I mean, was there a severed hand in the pile of bones? Maybe.
You can go back and check if you want.
All right. Everard will yell down from the train and be like, "Hey, Wu, you have a knack for finding body parts of assorted stuff. You want to go see if there's by chance a hand in the pile of bones?"
I don't deal with severed people.
I never said it had to be a person's hand. All I know is it looked humanoid.
Yeah, that's still people.
Bounty hunter doesn't deal with severed people. The bounty hunter doesn't deal with severed people. The bounty hunter.
Well, he gets them alive, not dead.
He's not very
Alive
good at his
is
job.
a good bounty hunter.
That's right.
Dead is a bad bounty hunter.
Unless, I mean, maybe you only bring him in alive because you go after the weak ones, like little Granny shoplifting over there. Yeah, you can bring her in for 2 gold.
How you realize I've been funding most of our stuff, correct?
Rod will just give the ingredients to Groff and he'll go look through the bones.
I got no problem going through severed body parts. Did it all the time for fun back in the core or whatever. I forgot Flaming Fist. Those ones
Yeah,
back in
Flaming
the fists.
Yeah, back in
used
the
to go-
cores.
Yeah, me and the fisties. We used to do that all the time.
Let's go see if we can't find a hand.
You when you go in there, you are able to find you're able to find a skeletal hand.
Grab the hand, I toss it to Neoguri, and I say, "Come on."
All right. He kind of grabs it. He's kind of like holding it away from his body a little bit. And you guys are able to take it back over to the fire, and you now have the chance to perform the ritual if you wish.
We
let's do
all
it.
assume that everything goes in the pot, right?
I'm assuming it goes in the order, so we'll put twig and the pine cone in there. Groff, if you would like to start a fire.
I always do. And I start a fire.
All right.
Then I throw in the
what are you
feather.
starting a fire with, or just like
I got my flask.
Okay. No,
Just
that's
a little
fine.
bit, just a little bit to get it going. And
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're able to. I know that you have a. Pretty sure that you have a
for
tinder
lighting
kit.
fires.
I have the means to start a fire
Yeah.
whenever needed.
All right. And then, assuming you add the feather and the severed hand.
Yep.
All right. As you add all of these, you put the twig in, you put the pine cone in, you add a little bit of fuel, you set a flame, and then you set the fire in there as well as the skeletal hand. As soon as you do, there is this slight crackling, and these bits of light that begin to jump out of the brazier. As you do this, you hear this.
Slowly turn to the sarcophagus.
Yes, you see that the sarcophagus lid, there's almost this like puff of air that comes from it, separating the lid from the body of it.
You know, I'm starting to have second thoughts because something
I'm
in
not-
the far back of my mind reminded me of a story of 2 idiots sacrificing blood and unleashing an archdemon on the world.
It happens.
Ever heard of
I
the
go up to the
story
coffin.
of Baal?
You go up to the
It
coffin?
happens. I'm up at the coffin.
Yeah.
All right. Are you
Oh,
trying
I'm
to
not.
push it aside?
Boy, help me out here.
Okay. I help him push.
All right. Let me see. What is your push? What is Gerard's push?
Don't
My
look at that.
strength is a
Basic.
-1. As you,
I'm gonna go with them as well. By the way,
you're going up with them. Smith, are you joining
Yeah.
them as well?
Yeah, sure. Rage and attack.
Hell yeah.
So you guys are able to, with the help of Wu, as well up there, and Smith on top of that. Funny enough, Smith would have been able to move this. Literally, he would have been able to carry the lid with his carrying capacity, pretty much. But you are able to push the lid off, and as soon as you do, there is this kind of like plume of dust and snow that kind of billows up from it. Inside, you can see a mummified body laying there as it all of a sudden just like sits up, and you can and you can see that this is a you can see that their features are from what you can see, even though they are wrapped, some of their head is slightly visible. You can see that the facial, the skull, the structure of the skull would lead you to believe that this is an elven mummy. And
speak Elven to it. Make sure it's friendly.
and as soon as it just sits up, and it just kind of like slowly looks to the left and to the right.
I wave at it.
Erard just says in comment, speak Elvish to it. You're the only one, girl.
In
I said
Elvish,
Matata and Elven.
Wait, what did you say?
Akuna Matata.
I don't think that translates.
I don't think that translates. It means no worry. Yeah, no worries.
Girl, speak Elvish to it.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing?
Erard's in a full-blown panic.
It looks over at Wu as it says this, and it's just, hi.
You been here long?
Looks over at you, and it's just like,
That was in Elvish also.
yeah. It looks at you and goes,
And
it looks
You want a
up,
drink?
and it like, and it says in as you see that it like starts to stand up, and it like almost looks like it's going to crack its back. You guys get this slight scent of pumpkin spice in the air, as it just like stretches, and in Elvish it goes, "Ugh, that lid, ugh, it's been on there for so long. Ugh, get the
How are
chips."
you still alive?
It looks down into the sarcophagus, and you can see that there are a number of artifacts in there, and I will say that Gerard would note, or would at least recognize that a lot of this looks to be, or I'll say most of you can realize this all appears to be ritualistic items that was probably used to grant this creature this afterlife.
So you died before the flash freeze or after? Erard is still terrified. Everything about this is just screaming, "Oh God, what is happening?"
It just it kind of looks down in there, and it says, I don't know, it's been a while.
Do you want a White Claw?
I don't know.
You by chance want to Right? I guess this is very, very weird.
Oh,
I'll just.
hold on, lad, hold on. We just we haven't even introduced ourselves. My name is Groff. The tall one over there is Smith. The one that thinks he's tall over there is Woo. The little boy here, his name is Yard, and those are his two snacks. I forget their names. What's your name?
And he kind of like looks at all of you, and says, I am Sanar.
Well, I
What,
bet you're hungry, Sonar. Here's some rations.
It looks down at its like, wrapped body, and just kind of shrugs and is like, eh.
You want to eat the boy here?
What?
I say that in Elvish.
Just kind of like looks down and is like, not particularly.
Oh, that's good. He's probably a little stringy, you know.
If Rard will say in Sylvan to Neoguri, what the fuck is happening? I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I knew necromancers existed and I knew of necromancy, but this is beyond my knowledge.
I want to ask him, what is he gonna do now?
He just like kind of shrugs it shrugs its shoulders, and it's like, I don't know. I've been there for quite a while.
What ended you up in the sarcophagus?
Death.
By natural causes?
Yeah.
I'm also going to look to see if he has both of his hands.
He does.
Okay.
Looks at you and says, I don't remember.
Can I do a perception check on him to see what if he was like a wizard, or you know what? I'm going to ask him if he like what he did when he was alive, like wizard, fighter, adventurer. Like learn his history.
Looking down into looking upon around his neck. 1 second.
We were
10. So around his neck, you actually see this symbol. So go ahead and give me a religion check.
All of us?
Yeah, sure.
I need to bump
These up. If I want to start rolling these more often, I need to bump these up.
I pump those numbers up, Aaron.
I know, right? Rookie numbers.
Damn. Up.
What do we
Can
got?
someone roll for me?
Shit. Sorry. I put up the wrong symbol.
It's the wrong religious symbol.
Yeah.
Hey, Jared, don't get too excited, but you can be a furry in Nintendo Switch Sports, apparently.
Yep, okay, I'm selling my Switch.
The fuck? Sorry. I did put up the wrong symbol. That was the symbol of Coralon. This is the symbol that you would be focusing on. You do see the other one. I will say that. You do see the other one. But yeah, I'm going to say that you see this, and Groff and Gerard. Smith, did you want to roll religion as well?
Yeah, you mind rolling it for me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
No, roll it yourself.
That was not great.
Yeah, Pink Dice Smith, that's not you. Sorry, buddy.
That was me. It was me, motherfucker. So you guys are able to see that this is the symbol of Sahanin Moonbow, the elven goddess of the moon.
Interesting. I'll be like, so, judging by your symbol, I'll just be like, I'm a warlock myself, so I follow a patron, but I'm trying to figure out if you were a warlock, cleric, just an important
By the way,
breed.
this is what you guys are.
Oh
more or less
god,
looking
he's
at.
terrifying.
Return.
Would
the
he still be alive
slab.
if he didn't have a head?
I don't know. I literally don't know.
An undead.
Like, if I just ripped off his head, will he still be able to talk to us?
Or not
No.
having a repeat of Zippy.
No, that wouldn't. No, I'm going to say no. It would not be able to talk if you ripped its head off.
Would it still be able to function if I ripped his head off?
Oh god.
Like at this point, I think the only way you're gonna find out is if you try, and it's not gonna go.
Yeah,
well for us.
I'm not gonna give you that.
But yeah, I'll just start off with that being like, I'm with the magic myself. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm not used to necromancy much.
I can understand. I would be surprised too.
I mean, we're definitely doing a ritual. I just didn't expect this. I'm still new to the whole magical class and the warlock ways, so this is definitely new to me.
Yeah, understandable.
So do you have any memories of your past life at all?
You see he like stands there, kind of thinks for a moment, and then just like sort of shrugs its shoulders. Not really. It was a long time ago.
You're not gonna go on a undead rampage murdering everybody, are you?
You're the ones that freed me from my tomb. I don't think. I'm just glad to be out again.
This is definitely way out of what I came to the Dale for. He'll say to Sylvan to Neoguri, he'll be like, you might need to pop into the Feywild for a brief moment and get Calarax ASAP and give him a rundown of what's going on, because this is beyond me. It's been a hell of a 4 days, and now I'm talking to somebody who's been through hell.
No, I mean you guys are welcome to do whatever you want with him. Can also, I mean, if you want, you can look through the tomb as he slowly steps out, taking his first steps on the ground.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm going to search it, and if he ends up hostile, I'm going to attack him.
For God's sakes. Everard will just say, if you don't mind, I do want to take a closer look at your artifacts, because like I said, I'm learning magic and whatnot, and this would definitely help my personal studies.
He gives his back a little crack, and says, be my guest.
You know any way to fake some moonlight there, buddy?
And he just kind of like stares up at the moon for a moment. And Give me one quick second. I have to look something up real fast. I think it is this. Yes. Where do you have to be to get that?
Lucas, I DM'd you on Facebook real fast.
Jesus Christ. And he turns around, looks at you, Groff, while you are while you're asking this. Woo, you're starting to go through his sarcophagus. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
You said both of us?
It's only going to be
Okay.
if you're searching. So if you are, yes.
Yeah, because I did ask him if I could. Mine's a bit higher than his.
Oh God, yeah. You guys are going through, like, you're not really like picking out anything specific. But I imagine you're maybe like, going through it and you're pulling some stuff out and like setting it off to the side. You eventually get to the point where you find the spices and materials that were used to create this effect on this elf. And I mean, you are just searching through a sarcophagus, and you do eventually find it. But I will say that Gerard finds it, and you actually find that it is a ledger. Do you speak Elvish? You do not.
I do not.
So yeah, you see that this is written in a language that you don't understand. It's almost just like a scroll of information, but alongside of it, there is like just bits and pieces of like jars with spices in it and whatnot, which is giving that pumpkin spice scent.
Hey, Groff or Sonar, could you by
Sonar.
chance read Sonar? Could you by chance read this as I just kind of hold the?
The fuck am I? Chopped liver?
Yes,
Can
you are.
read
Pass it
Elvish?
here,
Do you
lad.
take it, Woo, and read it?
Yeah, I straight up snatch it out of his hand. As I've been talking
Bar
to him.
doesn't know that you can read Elvish. You never said shit.
I
I've been
didn't know he
talking
could
to
read,
him in
period.
Elvish this entire time.
Did not know he could read, though.
Exactly.
One second.
Dova.
Dova in here?
Dova.
Dova
Pooping on the couch.
Dova.
Not
What are you
pooping,
doing?
but
Hey, Bubba. You
I
want
was
to come say
pooping
hi?
on the couch.
Come here, buddy. Hey. Come here.
Take a big old poop
Come on,
on that
up.
couch, Silva.
Oh, look.
Dova.
Lick that forehead clean.
Tastes just like bacon.
Hey, Bubba. Okay. You can get down.
Gun down on the forehead.
All right. So as you read this, Woo, this outlines the burial procedures of Thunar. It lists him. Some of this paper has faded a little bit, just some of the writings. But being that it is so cold in this region most of the time, it actually preserved a lot of what's in here, as well as some of the wrappings that are on Thunar. But it lists a date. It lists a year that is about 800 years ago. Which would have been well before the times of 10 towns or anything like that of its current inhabitants as well as the state of affairs in Icewind Dale. But it lists Sonar as a priest of Sahanin, the the elven moon goddess.
Hey, Jared, he's 800 years old. He was alive during the Void Century. He knows.
Oh no.
I don't know what that means. Is that a One Piece thing?
Well, since you asked, so the Void Century.
No, absolutely not.
Just wrap up this sesh real quick, and we'll start talking about the Void Century
sure.
and the history of the
Yeah.
world, the poneglyphs.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, absolutely. No,
Joy
fuck
Boy. Yeah.
Do you think he knows where Pluton is? Oh my
Let me tell you
god,
about
he
the Will of
knows.
D.
But
We
yes,
see three people wearing pure white walking to us from the distance.
but you are able to ascertain, you're able to ascertain that he was a priest of Sahanin.
Oh, did he ever answer me about the moonlight?
No, because that was he was asking that right as they were searching.
I'd like to ask him again and be like,
Okay.
Do you know any way to create artificial moonlight?
As he says this, you see that he stands there and thinks a moment. And it takes him a good minute. And then, oh shit, I gotta pull something up here. God damn it, I'm sorry. I have to see. I know how this is going. I know how I want this to work.
You take your time, divine spirit. See, I'm gonna take some mountain milk and just have myself a drink. Now, Aaron and Smith may want to know what mountain milk is.
No, they absolutely do not.
I don't think they do.
Well, the inspiration came while watching Jackass Forever, now in theaters.
No.
Please tell me that does not involve a pig.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
it does.
Much does, Aaron.
Oh yeah, wait, actually no, that does.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
it
Aaron
does.
knows it.
That is that was a
Tastes
thing.
like bacon.
Semen. Tasty. Tasty. Tastes better than horse.
All right. I can't remember which. Wait, okay, that's Tasha's. Which one's this? Oh, that's the. Yeah, no. So it's definitely gonna be this. Oh wow, that would put them really high. It turns around and looks at you and says, "I feel at one time I did."
You feel like giving it a go? We have 2 tombs that are locked that require moonlight from the half moon. Be curious to see what's inside them.
When you mention that, it turns around and looks down at the moon dial and says, yes, I remember that. The moon dial. When the light from the dial rests upon the half moon, it shall open the tombs from within. I'm going to roll something here.
Lucas, what was that roll that you had to roll for me forever ago? Am I like slowly becoming a fungi or something and I don't know it yet?
I don't know. What did I make you roll?
You didn't make me roll anything. I gathered the mushrooms and you said I gotta roll something for a Rard real fast. And
No. So when you rolled to, so technically, since the whole mushrooms and things were just kind of supplementary to all this, when you rolled above the DC to find the moose tracks as well, I needed you to roll a D6 to see what it was leading you to.
Okay.
So
okay,
the fact that on your roll and on Smith's roll, oh, 1 second.
Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee.
Hi, Dova.
Jova.
Lucas, I can't hear you. Your mic's off.
How's it going,
Very good
guys?
sesh, everyone.
Yeah. All right, so the Void Century, okay? So, where do you want to start?
I
Don't
think we
don't really know
need
a whole
to
lot
start.
about it, but
I think we need to start at the very beginning with Joy Boy, and then we can go into the government weapons.
do we even is Joy Boy even alive yet?
That's a good point. So
good
okay, so let's start with Pluton because we know that's a real thing.
I know that's a weapon. And we know it was somewhere in Alabasta, right? Or the
Yes.
plans were, and Robin just refused to tell
Uh,
Crocodile about it. Hey, how's work?
It's fine. She just wanted to know how to order what denomination she orders fives in, like what the band sizes were. So,
However the hell much you want.
well, yeah, I mean, it's 500.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the Void.
Yeah, the
So
Void Century.
so there's this group called CP0 from
God
the
damn it!
world
Shut the fuck
government.
up. All right. While
One
you
of them
are,
can turn into a Tiger Man.
God damn it. While you are looking at this, you see Sunar. He steps over towards the ridge, and he looks down at the plateau. Or I mean, not the plateau. At the markings in the ground, where the inscriptions are, and you see that he takes the symbol that is around his neck and holds it in his hand and pushes it forward and begins reciting an incantation. After a few minutes, or after a minute of him reciting this, all of a sudden you see a beam of moonlight come down from the sky, and I think I can do this. There we go. And lands on the ground.
Is he being hostile in any way?
No.
Okay.
And begins to shine this beam of light, this silvery beam of light that is 5 foot wide and 40 foot high, that goes up into the sky and eventually just trails off. You can see that it lands, that it sets this moonbeam on the symbol, and as it does, you see the symbol begin to glow.
Oh, Groff, I guess now's our opportunity to check out
Groff
the
has
tomb.
already ran down off of the
Okay.
platform and is making his way inside.
Groff reattaches the rope to the gnomon,
Okay.
and then goes down here and checks the. Which one was it? Was it the upper one or the lower one?
That is the most terrifying move.
Maybe you
this-
should have kept it in your notes.
That's the one that you checked first.
I'll go with this one then.
While this is going on, Wu and Smith, are you guys doing anything while you see Gerard and Groff running down to check on this? Or are you staying up here with Sonar?
I'm staying up here with Sonar.
I'll follow him.
Okay. So Smith is going to make his way down as well. As you guys do, Groff, you make your way up to this door, and as you get there, you can see that it is indeed open.
Hell yeah, I go in.
Okay. As you enter this room, you can see that it is a circular chamber that has an intricately carved 20-foot high ceiling. A beam of light shines down from the top of the dome, illuminating a rectangular stone sarcophagus.
Ah, god damn it. I don't have any more vine cones or feathers. All right, well, I'm going to
hiding
try
the
anyway.
tree.
I try to push the coffin open.
What was your push again?
Not good.
Roll me a strength check.
I'd rather not.
Okay. I mean, you try to push it. You can push it.
6.
Oh, yeah. It is... I mean, you can feel that it's, like, slightly budging, but, it's not...
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm hiding in the tree.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you're trying to push this, Groff, but, like, you can feel that it will move, but, like, it's very difficult to move it.
I call out, lads, little help, please.
Yeah, I'm coming. Gerard.
I'm
I'll
hiding
open it
in the
with one
tree,
hand.
keeping an eye on Sonar.
Okay. What did you say, Smith?
I'll open it with one hand.
Okay. Yeah, Smith literally walks in and just like slides it off. It's only like 350 pounds. So inside the sarcophagus, you can see the withered corpse of an elf in tattered robes. As the sarcophagus opens, this rush of air just like billows out, disturbing the cadaver's robes, which for the most part have crumbled to dust. But within the sarcophagus, with this light beaming down over top, you're able to see that there is an unstrung bow, 6 silvered arrowheads, as well as a wooden cup that the side of it has a winged fish etched into it.
Let me have those arrows, Vlad.
I'm just kidding. You can take all of it.
You can have the cup.
I have the what?
The cup?
The wooden cup.
Yeah, here, I'll put it in chat.
You're
An unstrung
better
bow,
with
6
bow
silvered
and arrow.
arrowheads, and a wooden cup with a winged fish etched into the side.
That's all you.
Are those any of that like actual items?
The 6 silvered arrowheads could be tied or could be set onto arrow shafts to be made into silvered arrows. The unstrung bow could be made into a longbow as well. So, but yeah, they're not actual like items that you can add to D&D Beyond, so you just have to add them as items at the bottom of your
Smith,
inventory.
Do you want that cup?
Do I want the cup? No, you can have it.
All right, I'll take the cup.
So it's got the cup and the bow and whatnot. So yeah,
All right, let's check the other door, lads.
let's go. Smith, we might need your strength.
Oh, look, it's open.
Yeah, don't move as soon as you get to that.
I mean, I'm in there already.
Oh, are you?
He
Am I
very
not
much
supposed to
moved
be?
himself in there.
That's fine. So As so I will say, as you guys are walking up to this one, since Groff was leading the charge into there, so this is a similarly shaped room. It's a circular chamber, the same intricately carved dome that is above it, the light shining down onto it. But the difference is when you enter this room, you can see that someone has turned this tomb into living quarters, as evidenced of a rack of drying herbs and an unfurled bedroll that you can see off to the side of the sarcophagus. As soon as you guys walk in, you hear someone shout from on the other side of the sarcophagus. 10 towns will be destroyed, if not by my hand, then by the Frostmaidens. And as soon as that happens, you see that a cloud of freezing rain appears directly above all of you. And we are going to start initiative.
Oh,
See, Smith, I told you this was a good idea. Wow, my initiative sucks tonight.
Just you.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
Guess we'll see if Wu can make it there in time to do anything, or if he's going to be staying up next to Sunar.
Well,
Have a
he won't.
conversation
He
with the
wouldn't
mummy.
know
That's right.
what's going on, so he's
that's
literally just going to stay here and keep an eye on him because nobody has a way to communicate with him.
That's true. All right. So yeah, peeking up from behind this sarcophagus. Oh wait. Okay, so here we go. You see this wild-haired woman. She's the one who stands up from behind the sarcophagus, shouting this and casting this spell. You can see that she has like pale white skin, blue lips, and she wears this heavy fur that's around her. And kind of off to the side next to her, you can also see a shaking and shivering almost shrub that bears a cluster of berries across it. All right. So she had the drop, which was going to be this 20. Yeah. I need to bring that back up. There we go. All right. So filling this hallway, you see this cloud form in the hallway that is right above you as freezing rain begins to descend upon you. Gerard, as soon as this happens, I know you had conjured up that flaming blade. That is extinguished, and the area that you're standing in becomes heavily obscured. The ground here becomes slick with ice as the rain instantly freezes up against the ice cold floor, creating a difficult terrain. So that is going to be her, and it's going to be Smith.
By all means, big guy, go fuck shit up.
All right. Well, for this, I'm going to set my character as Groff.
Okay, to see everything. I gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm like, Woo has absolutely nothing going on unless Lucas says, "Hey, roll this."
Can I reach him or her? Whatever.
So I believe that you don't have anything that aids you in moving across ice, because I don't think any of you bought snowshoes. Actually, that would only just help you in snow, not ice. Yeah, I know you have it against cold temperatures. Yeah. So, as long as you're within this area, all your movement speed is doubled. So you could get to there using your 40 feet, but that would be the most that you could do. So you could get to there.
Are you sure not one square further?
I am sure not one square further, because every foot of movement is 2. So you have moved 20 feet. So that would be 40 feet of movement. Unless you have some.
Use my reaction to move 5 more feet.
Wait, can you do that?
No.
Say no. You confuse me.
Alright, I guess I'll prepare an attack. Ready in action. Ready in attack.
Well, what's his movement? Is it 40 or 60?
It's 40. Yeah. Yeah, so you can ready an attack if you want. All right.
Javelin doesn't have reach or anything, does it?
Javelin does not have reach, but it is a ranged attack, so you could chuck a javelin.
Is this like a spell she's casting, or is it already cast?
It's a spell that's she already cast it. She's just now.
But there's like a ring on the ground of iciness, basically.
It's everywhere within that blue circle is a sleet storm, so that is difficult terrain. Here, I'll make it a little bit easier to see.
Turn it red.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, everywhere in that dark blue, that is difficult terrain because it is just a solid sheet of ice. It's also heavily obscured, so that means that ranged attacks while you're within there also have disadvantage.
The storm's not affecting me or anything, is it? You said it was like a rain, like it's not a continuous thing, is it?
It is continuous as long as she's concentrating on it. Yes.
Oh, so she is continuing to cast it.
Yeah,
concentrate.
It's something that she casts, and then she's gonna concentrate on. It lasts for a number of rounds unknown to your character. Yeah, heavily obscured, such as darkness, opaque fog, or dense foliage blocks vision entirely. A creature effectively suffers from the blinded condition while you're in there. So you essentially knew which way you were going. You ran in, but you are just on the edge of where you would be able to see.
I'll dash and
Okay.
maybe get to the side of her.
As soon as as soon as you get onto the other side, you enter into that room. You can see that she is standing on the other side of this sarcophagus, as she is preparing for this onslaught.
Right, I'm gonna get to the right side of her, so like to allow other people to cut closer. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
And I'll end my turn there.
Kidoki, Gerard. As I said, you cannot see anything into that room. You are in a heavily obscured area.
So if I move forward past Groff, how much movement speed will that cost?
That would cost you all of your movement speed to get up to where you currently are.
30.
I would be able to see her from here, right?
No,
No.
you are still within the circle, which means you are still heavily obscured. Unfortunately, without dashing or anything that gives you additional movement, you would not be able to reach. You'd not be able to see her.
I can kind of see the area to where it's not covered in ice, right?
No, you're basically blind.
Well, shit, because I'm thinking right on the edge, I would be able to see it's not like being held right in front of me.
Well, kind of imagine that you're like standing in a waterfall. Even if you're like, if you could put your hand out of the waterfall and the waterfall is just right in front of your face, you're still effectively blind where you're standing.
Literally the only thing I was going to say was the only way that I could is Misty Step, but I have to see where I'm going.
Right. Kind of why I love this spell and why I cast it when you guys were in the hallway.
And I'll fuck everyone over and do darkness right on my person.
There you go.
Nobody gets to see.
I can
Shit.
see.
I see something here. Just need to read this so I can see it perfectly for what I'm about to do.
Does she have a plant as
Okay.
a friend?
She has an awakened shrub.
Which I'm going to call out. Nobody touch the shrub. I want it. But
It's a fern.
okay. I know I walked past Groff. I didn't run into Smith.
Correct.
The general visualization, I'm assuming the area around me is unoccupied.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Well, I don't know what you're getting at.
Well, you see,
He's
wolves are a challenge rating of 1/4.
What are you attempting to cast? Let me ask you this.
Conjure animals, and that's why I was reading it. I do not need to see where the animals are
You
spawning.
do not need to see. No, actually, you do. In an unoccupied space that you can see within range. Yes.
God fucking damn it. So then I'm pretty much useless here. Smith is going to get the kill. I can't even tell him don't touch the shrub.
Not necessarily. You can dash like Smith did and run out.
That costs the action.
It does cost the action. But that's your choice to make that decision to run out, break out of the sleet storm and see that there is this awakened shrub there and like look at Smith and be like, don't hurt the
that
shrub.
shrub's going down.
Smith's sword is just like, fuck the shrub.
Fuck it, shrub. I'll dash to get out of it.
Okay. Yep, there you go.
And I'll look at Smith and I'll say, don't touch the shrub. Because clearly, seeing the shrub shake and terrified and everything else or whatever, it definitely isn't exactly wanting to be with her.
Right. All right.
I take that back. I do one thing as my bonus action. I summon my Shadow Blade.
Okay, you summon your Shadow Blade.
Since it's considered, I'm assuming Moonlight is dim light, it is going to be an advantage on the attack roll.
Well, the space...
If not, it's just normal anyways.
Yeah, it's just regular. It's, the light that is shining down in here is is creating dim light, filling that cylinder. So, but that's just literally like directly around the center of that sarcophagus. So, yeah, what you see on the screen there, that white circle is the moonbeam, and that is dim light.
Sweet, then I do get the bonus.
All right, and then we go to Marcus.
I already moved Marcus because that's all he really can do. Since, well, Okay, would the corner there be considered out of the waterfall or no?
I'm going to say that if he is there, he's just going to have disadvantage on the attack. Because
Okay.
the thing to consider is that when you're blinded, you just have disadvantage on attack rolls. So he could
Okay.
still make the attempt.
Sure.
I missed.
Probably. Gets a +4. He missed.
Ooh, yeah, fortunately.
Lucas, I have a question for you later.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, later? Okay.
Yeah, it has absolutely nothing to do with D&D.
Oh.
But absolutely what you like to drink.
G Fuel?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Do those milkshakes you can get at Sheets now?
I know. They're not great.
No?
No.
It's too bad it looked right up
Yeah.
your alley.
I know. I had the phase berry as well as the snow cone. They weren't great. They're just kind of like meh.
Yeah, Erard will tell Smith leave the shrubbery.
Okay. Bring me a shrubbery. Groth.
Shrubbery?
It's your turn.
So with my goggles, am I able to cool. Am I able to see everybody in front of me? This is basically thermal vision.
Oh yeah, fuck, that's right. You're heavily obscured, but so you're I
It's
will
through divination magic, it says. on the
Yeah,
goggle
yeah,
page.
it is. It is. I will say that while so it still is obstructed, but you're able to see heat signatures through this. But everything is kind of hazy because you are essentially surrounded by so much cold from the sleet storm that you kind of just see a mass blob here and a mass blob over here. So you are going to suffer a minor penalty. You're not going to have disadvantage, but you will still have a minor penalty.
Which is...
-2 to the attack.
Can it be -1 because I have 2 eyes?
No.
All right, worth a shot.
I was going to do
Anyway.
-3, but I was in a good mood.
I'll take the -2 then.
Okay.
All right. I draw my bow, and I say to myself, "Take this, you haggy-saggy witch." And I fire my first volley. It's a soft 20, so it comes down to 18.
Yep, that hits.
It's going to be 11 damage.
Okay.
So the concentration save would be 10.
Oh, good call.
Denied.
Fuck. An arrow comes flying out of the sleet storm, lands in the chest of Ravison as she shouts and recoils as the sleet storm is gone, revealing
Let's go.
revealing your targets.
Can Erard just yell back at Groff of, "Don't kill the shrubbery"?
Okay. Extra attack is going to be a 10 to hit.
That misses.
And then my other thing
that
is
definitely
a
hits.
24 to hit. The total of 15 damage.
All right.
She bloodied?
She is not.
All right. I'm still going to
she got
take a
some meat on
second
her
and
bone.
say, Loss, if you know what's good for you, you may want to stand down.
And she looks towards you, spits in your direction, and says, "My beast will devour you."
I don't suppose there's any point in asking to add intimidation to that somehow.
No, she's not intimidated.
Okay.
Do you mean the beast that is the shrub that is shaking in terror?
Yeah, slightly. Poor little guy. All right.
Come on, guys. I want a Bulbasaur. Or actually, no. I guess that's closer to a Tangela.
Oh, you want a Tangela?
Oh, that's back
s-
at the end. Remember?
I've
We
I've
gave her
seen
the
that
extra
comic.
gold.
All right. Um.
Man of the finer arts myself.
All right. So with Smith right up on top of her, and with her sleet storm gone, she is going to turn and look at him, and she pushes her hand out towards you, Smith, and she creates this massive wall of wind directly between the two of you. Is going to be right there. It's only about an inch thick, but I can't really do an inch thick line there. But it is as long as this room is wide. And Smith, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Why not just do a line instead of highlighting the boxes?
Well, because that is a line. Oh, you just mean like literally a line.
Like a literal line, yeah.
A line of cocaine.
Like that.
Yeah.
God damn it, Smith, you and your strong ass strength scores. All right.
Is he also raging?
I imagine you were.
I was like, 'cause remember, if he's raging, he gets.
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't
Okay.
need advantage on that though.
No.
Becomes
All right.
stronger.
No,
than
you
the
take
wind.
half of that, which is 3. And were you raging, Smith?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you take 3 bludgeoning damage, and you are actually you would not be pushed. You are just still there. All right. All right. Okay. So up next, I was hoping to push you away. Is going to be Smith.
But
I'll
I
use
didn't get a turn.
I'll rage and attack,
Okay. I know, Woo, because you have no clue shit's
and I'll
going on.
reckless attack.
You're okay. You get advantage on your attack. Smith, you're just out there. Sonar like turns to you, and in Elva, she's like, "So, has the world changed a lot?"
You can't see me.
I mean, I watched you climb the tree.
Not with a nat 20 stealth check, bud.
He turns around. Where'd you go? Must have joined them.
I'm keeping an eye on you, bud.
Oh, where are you?
I'm in your head.
Jesus Christ.
That definitely hits Smith. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Want to reroll that?
Okay.
That's 13.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do my Divine Fury.
Okay.
Mm.
Did you
Is
just say
that,
phenomena?
Extra
Okay.
attack.
Okay. Yep.
15.
Okay. Is that everything?
I think so.
All right. Gerard.
I'm going to go up over here behind the shrubbery.
Which is shaking like a shrub.
Oh, and you said where the circle is dim light, but it doesn't matter because as long as it's dim light or darkness, I get bonus, so it's fine.
Yep.
Advantage. And I'm going to roll for Shadow Blade. I'm forgetting what I need to roll for it. Isn't it just spell DC?
So yeah, Shadow Blade is that it becomes a finesse light weapon. So
Yeah.
you can use either dexterity or strength. So it would be the same as if you were attacking with a dagger.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
that's the difference. Like,
Okay. I'll roll it with. I'll just do my dagger then with advantage.
Okay.
It's a 12.
You actually have you get your flanking bonus.
Flanking
That's a
bonus.
13, which means that hits.
Wait. A
Woo,
flanking
woo,
bonus,
woo.
which then
Deals 3d8 psychic damage.
18 psychic damage.
Yeah, as you stab into Ravizin, she shrieks in pain and turns to you, and as she
You just say the name I think you said, because you never said that till just now.
What, Ravizin?
He said it once earlier too, and we just kind of ignored it.
Why?
That's the druid that awakened all of the animals.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, buddy. Guess who you just killed?
I don't care. I mean, I knew she was an enemy because I had her marked as enemy.
As she drops, she looks up at you. She has this cold scowl in her eyes, and she says, "My beasts will avenge us."
As she's falling to her
The
death, and I'm plunging.
Frostmaiden will claim these lands.
As she's dying, I was gonna say right before she dies, I'll be like, not all of the animal handlers are doing this for selfish intent.
Yeah. She hears, but she does not respond.
Yeah, because she's very much.
Doesn't respond because she did.
That's true.
And then I'll look to the shrubbery, and assuming we're now free action, maybe.
Yeah. Combat is effectively over.
Still.
What's that, Smith?
Initiative still? My
No.
turn?
No.
Ah, can I kill him?
I mean, if you wish to attack the shrub, then
No!
But I won't.
No, it's free action because I was gonna use Beast Bond with it.
But a shrub is a plant.
That's true.
Not an
Actually-
animated shrub.
Would be like a monstrosity, I assume, or something, since it's awakened.
Oh, wait a second. Actually, I don't know that.
Neither do I. That's
Hold
what I'm
on.
assuming.
Awakened shrub, small plant, unaligned.
It is a plant technically. Awakened, you target must the target. So if
Awaken
it's
its
a plant,
intelligence.
Yeah. So technically,
Oh, it has sentience, so I wouldn't have to use Beast Bond. I would just be talking to it because of its intelligence being 10.
yeah.
Is it limited to beasts?
Is it limited to beasts?
Mine-
Beast Bond is yes.
Oh, it's limited to beasts, monstrosities, and other because of
Oh
the
wait.
work I took.
Wait. Because of what you took?
Because we had this issue with the Yeti before, remember? Because it was considered a monstrosity. I was able to communicate with it because of me doing. What was it? I think it's
That was
Mark of the
because
Handle.
that's because your mark of the handling, where it can be a beast or a
Yes.
monstrosity. Being that this is
But-
a plant, this is a different situation.
It's a sentient plant with an intelligence of 10, which means it should be able to form basic sentences.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one language known by its creator.
Yes. Which
Hopefully that's common.
yes, it is. Yeah, you see that this thing is like sitting there shaking. And
I'll
yeah, what do you
look
do?
down at it and be like, are you shaking because of the cold or shaking because of your master just being a horrible animal handler?
She was a terrifying monster. It was a
You-
terror. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna do that voice. It was a terrifying monster.
Do you want to join my small group? As he gestures to Marcus and Neoguri. I can promise you they can vouch for me, saying that I'm a bit of a better handler because I've already ran into the awakened elk and the awakened moose that she's brought on. And the plesiosaur. Let me tell you about that.
Oh, the plesiosaur. You You have met that one?
Yeah, he actually helped us back into town
Oh,
4 days ago. First person I met and befriended him.
Ravison. Ravison quite despised that creature. It said something about its stupidity made it unreliable, unlike the moose which was bent on evil.
Well, the moose was bent on evil, but the plesiosaur wasn't that stupid. It actually helped out quite a lot.
Yes. Oh,
If you wish to join us, I'm sure you'll be some help to me.
roll me persuasion. It's not gonna be
Hey,
animal
Lucas.
handling. What's up, buddy?
I know.
Does Tarrant have
I have a
access
plus
to
four.
Yes.
Bulgari?
Yes, he
An
does.
18.
Okay.
Got an 18.
He looks at you. Marcus kind of walks up. He's having a quick drink. And he goes up and like plucks a berry off of the shrub. Looks over, takes a bite of the berry, and looks up at you, looks at the shrub, says, "Yeah, why don't you join us? That's pretty good."
Can we not eat the new companion bald if he joins us?
Oh. The shrub just looks at you and says, "Oh, if you have freed me from the terror of," and he like looks back at Ravison's dead body. She would regularly threaten me with fire.
No, I wouldn't do that.
As long as I am safe, sure.
I can't promise that Marcus or Neoguri aren't going to attempt to eat a berry off of you every so often, but
Well,
I'll definitely
I
keep you.
have some that I can share, and they do grow quite regularly.
I mean, you're more than welcome to join.
All right. Yeah, he is now an ally. You can go to your character sheet under extras, and as a pet, I guess you can add an awakened shrub. And under the awakened shrub, I don't know if it would let you add this note, but put that it has 11 berries.
It is not, but I can.
Yeah, just mark.
Confirm.
Well, wait. When you click it, can you go to customize, and is there a notes tab?
No. Oh, wait, yeah, there is at the very bottom.
Okay.
11 berries.
God.
I love it. His passive perception is a solid 10.
Yeah. He's got an amazing ability called false appearance. When he remains motionless, he's indistinguishable from a normal shrub.
Listen, he's just here for
Can I loot
shits and
from
giggle
him?
purposes.
No. Oh, you mean Ravison?
Ooh, you're not even here. Piss off.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can I take branches and make stuff from the tree, the shrub?
Oh, God, that'd be awful. All right.
But,
but I think with that, now that you guys have, now that you guys have thoroughly beaten Ravison, you have killed the white moose.
you level up.
You don't level up, because you guys leveled up,
Long time ago.
It was 4 months ago. I will say that.
Yeah.
But
level up?
it was
leveling up.
It was no. Hold on.
I think if we were to turn these items in and inform that the druid is dead, then we should level up. So let's get back to town and level up.
Well,
keep in mind too, we still got to do the black cabin, and we also got to do the mysterious cart that goes around, and every time somebody goes, "Here's the raffle," the guy gets killed.
Orgs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I've been doing nothing but looking at talents since you guys been fighting.
God. Well, like I said, we will go ahead and call it here for the night. No level up yet. I know it's been a little while since you guys have leveled up, but there will be plenty of opportunity. And yeah, we'll pick up here next session as traipsing through the woods will come a familiar face next session. So that is where we'll call it, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream.